Hey, what is up? Welcome to Spoiler Kings. My name's St. Colonel Brian the Grizzly, man, Brandon. What is up, guys?
What's up, fellas?
Feel good. It's a good day.
Yep, it's a good day. Got through Monday.
Yeah.
This has been you look like you guys been deal with something.
It's called Monday, man. It's just
work, right?
Like everything, man. It has been a long day, and man, like honestly, I've been looking forward to right now, like all day, like all day.
Same.
I was like, oh man, I can't. I want to talk about some movies. Can't wait to talk about Gran Turismo. Watch some trailers.
Oh
like,
man,
legit, like
yeah.
I know. After the two things that we did, or three things we did yesterday, after all the talks I've had with all these awesome other creators, and it was. I mean, it turned me on to so many different things. I went to the store and went about Black Panther and the Crew. I was like, let me go find this. I found it immediately. I bought that immediately. I got a lot of stuff ordered. You know, I ordered I already had a lot of T'Challa Storm stuff, but I have the entire series, so I like found everything I need to find in between. And luckily they're talking about Blue Marvel. I had all the Blue Marvel already. I was like, man, I'm not gonna tell you I got all 5 issues. It's just so that was
you were on Chill Stream yesterday, after our morning football one. Was that a members only, or that was for everyone? I think, right?
So it was members only, but what he did is cut it up later and then released it to everybody else.
Released it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I meant to join that one, but then I ended up going to the movies yesterday and like making a bunch of other runs, and then I came home and fell asleep on the couch. So that was my bad.
I gotta say, it was probably one of the best streams I've ever been on.
Yeah, and it's motivating me to ramp my collecting game back up when it comes to comics. I need to get over there. I've been slacking on that. So
I don't know if you guys have ever heard of CLZ Comics. CLZ is an app, right? You can scan the barcode on your comic book, and it'll keep a rolling count for what you have and what you don't have. And when you order things and you're looking for your pull list, it'll tell you what you already have. CLZ Comics was amazing. Yes, look at the app; it is amazing because I have a lot of comic books, right? I now know the exact number of comic books I have: 8,122.
You scanned them all?
Yes, that's all I was doing. I just said that.
Because what I was doing was I made my own, like an Excel sheet. And then I have to constantly update it and do this and do that. Actually, I'm not gonna say me, Erica did. But I'm looking at $15 a year is probably worth it, because comics are hard to keep track of, especially when you start reading a bunch of different ones and you forget sometimes.
If it saves you for buying 3 comics a year, because I already have it. Not variant covers,
3 duplicates.
I already have it. I already got it. It's already worth it.
That is interesting, because I'm like, I wonder if they have something like that, because I know they have something like that for movies, which I'm going to start doing that with my movies, where you just scan the barcode and it tracks all your movies, put them in whatever order you want and stuff like that. This is pretty awesome.
So I love this thing, and then they have one for Funko Pops too. I found that out too.
Yeah, right. Is that him? CLZ Comics?
Yes, that's it.
Mobile app right there.
Yep, the mobile app. I mean, $15 a year is fine for me. Like, I'm like, I'll do that in a second. So
and I'm sure at your job you can easily get a barcode scanner, right?
So you use your phone. It just takes the literally it's just a picture and it scans it immediately. It's so fast.
Yeah, so as soon as you buy it, boom, boom, boom.
And you go to your camera, you go doot, 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 and populates in your thing, and you know exactly what you have.
Oh, check that out.
And it organizes it, and like you can tell you which way you should put it in order, and it's so helpful. It's amazing.
Oh, that's cool.
That's awesome. That sounds like it's worth $15. Like
you said, definitely.
3 comics, and it pays for itself.
Exactly. It's all
already. 3. I mean, just this year alone, I think I have like at least about a dozen or so duplicates where I thought I bought it, but I didn't buy it, or this or that. It's like, or I wind up losing a comic for whatever reason, or I thought I bought it. It was like, so.
Like, I know I had this one. Now you have this, and it's totally good. You'll know exactly what you have, and populates all your stuff. So I think this is a very good app.
Know what I'm doing this weekend or this week, because I got 4 long boxes, and I'm working on my 5th long box. So I might be there for a little while scanning.
1, 2,
Yeah.
5,
Yeah.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Damn, I thought I had a lot.
Yeah, as I realized, I gotta get back on the horse with collecting and catching up with everything. I'll get that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, but they told me about some series
Hey,
that I
what's
was
up,
up.
Cookie?
What's up, Cookie?
What's going on, Cookie?
Don't tell Elle you're my favorite. Don't tell her though.
What's going on, Perp? What's going on,
Perp?
Drew? What's going on, Preston, man?
We got a lot. So, Cookie, I know you're part of what's the name of that podcast? I'm so sorry. The show you
Was
do
this morning?
with Elle.
This
was it? Yeah.
It was yesterday morning. Oh, what was it? Oh my god.
But they're doing Breakfast Club, which
The Breakfast Club. Yeah, that's
which I'm super excited about that because that is one of my favorite movies. Is just so yeah that check that out.
I'm glad you passed all the other stuff that you guys been watching. For one night only. That's it. For one night only. Yes.
Yeah, for one night only. Yeah. Go check them out for one night only. They have it's a lot of fun over there. So
and they're very cool and relaxed environment and very, very knowledgeable. So I think it's very cool. So if you guys get a chance, check that out.
The Tubi movies one they did a few weeks ago was pretty good. Because you forget, like damn, Tubi's got some good stuff and some weird stuff, but
yeah, a lot of weird stuff on there.
I was gonna say weird is the key thing.
Yeah. And then The View with Drew said, I have excellent news. I saw Blue Beetle recently and I got a Lego Marvel superhero set recently. Nice. What do you think about Blue Beetle? How'd you like it? Let us know. And then a person said, I'm watching Logan tomorrow. Hacksaw tomorrow.
You're in luck. This is going to be a good one.
Both of those are good.
Oh, Logan, I love Logan.
Yeah.
It's definitely in my top 5 of comic book movies.
If you're talking about Hacksaw Ridge is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hacksaw Ridge is a great one too.
Yeah, this movie is wild. It is, and it's free, which is like the craziest thing. It's like this free TV app. I just started Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. Ooh,
yeah, it's Hacksaw Ridge.
Yeah. I gotta read this now, especially now that this book is gonna be
the thing that they're basing it on. Yeah,
right. Yeah, that's the one that the movie can be based on. Right?
Yeah, they're going to base the movie on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else am I missing here? Yeah, we got Perp Minded. What's up? I know Perp's doing his horror series. Started last week. I wanted to make it. I couldn't. Not at that time. But
if it wasn't horror, I would have been on, bro. Just let you know, I would have been on if it wasn't horror. But that's the one thing I was like, I gotta watch it.
yeah. I want to be on. I love a lot of horror movies. So, and then gotta mentally prepare for Cinema Day next year.
Dude, so yesterday $4 movies everywhere was so very cool.
It was packed at AMC yesterday. Even though obviously I have a Stubbs account, but yeah, a lot of people were definitely taking full advantage of that yesterday.
Oh yeah.
I remember growing up, like movies were like $5.
Yeah,
and now they're like what?
Almost 3 times.
I don't know how much it costs, but no, it costs a lot because I got my AMC Stubbs.
Yeah. The Stubbs was one of the best investments I've made this year. I don't know why it took me so long to finally get one.
Before, when it first came out, they wouldn't let you get new movies. They wouldn't let you see new movies. You had to wait 2 weeks. Yeah, you had to wait 2 weeks before the movies come out. Now they're like, hey, anyone come in. Like, I don't care what's going on.
That's right. Yeah, you had to wait 2 weeks. I remember that now.
Mm-hmm. It pays for itself,
I got a question for you guys.
What's
Are you
that?
guys surprised that Barbie it was number 2 for another week in a row? Was another new movie on top? Barbie's the only one staring at too.
No, I'm really not surprised. It's incredible how much light power that movie has.
Literally next week it will take it all.
Mm-hmm.
Next week it's taking it all.
No, it doesn't hurt that it could have been a very like vapid and shallow movie, but it had layers to it, and I think I think that's really surprising a lot of people. The word of mouth obviously is traveling, considering just how strong it's going to this day. And
I don't know if it's that or if it's just the fact that it's Barbie.
The fact that it's Barbie and Barbenheimer was real. The Barbenheimer craze was real. So
Yeah.
the hype building up was a big help. It was, this hype.
Oppenheimer is now number 4 for the year.
Mm-hmm.
It's now number it's past Fast X, which doesn't deserve to be on the list. It's past Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Is it? It's going to catch. Well, I don't know. It might not catch Guardians, so it's probably going to stop at 4. I think.
Mm-hmm.
AMC A list is the best value to me. I agree. It is so cool.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I didn't love Barbie, but I love that people love Barbie. I love watching the grandmas, the mothers, and granddaughters going to the movie all dressed in pink. It's one of my favorite things to see. Like just seeing the generations that Barbie has touched, and then they're all so excited for it. And then Barbie hasn't lost its luster. I love seeing those type of things. It warms my heart, especially for me. I'm a girl dad.
That's gonna be Barbie and Ken all Halloween this year, man. That's gonna be the thing. I myself,
I have such a surprise for you guys. I'm telling you, it's in the works. I have such a good surprise for you guys. I can't wait for it to come out. When it's done, it'll be at your doorstep. I am sending them out probably within the next week. I cannot wait.
I had a couple ideas for Halloween, but now I'm wondering if I should just jump on the Barbenheimer Ken thing. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. We'll see.
Yeah, I think Barbie, last time I checked, was about 19 million away from taking over number 17 million 17 million away from being number 1 overall. Right now it's number 1 domestic, but worldwide that's gonna be close. But now it's they just started doing it.
It'll make it next week.
They started putting it in more IMAX theaters, so that's gonna be great. But it barely lost. I think it was like a couple $100,000.
Yes, it was.
The Gran Turismo this week, which is really interesting. With Gran Turismo,
it's like, what's this, week 6, guys?
Yeah.
Is
it 6?
It lost by $300,000. Week 6.
That's awesome.
Come on, bro. But I am happy to report Blue Beetle was 3rd for 12.8 million. That made me happy. I was happy that it would stay at least in the double digits.
I think it crossed 80 million or something like that for the weekend. So it could get to about 100 150.
It's at 82 right now. I'm going to say it makes, because internationally it's just kind of opening up a lot of places. I'm going to say 140 million.
Yeah. I can see
if
that.
It ends up positive, it makes money. We are all winning.
Yeah. Well, also, I think word of mouth. A lot of people are saying it's good. So maybe more people who probably weren't going to see it are going to go see it. People who are like, I'm over DC. I don't care anymore. They're like, hey, it's actually a pretty good movie. And then everyone sees it. Everyone's talking about it. And you're like, all right, what else am I going to go? Barbie for the 5th time. So
yes, they are also doing that too.
That's it. And then if it was like BarbieCon, that made it a lot of fun.
It is. It's crazy.
A lot of people.
Nope. I'm telling you, it's just the 3 levels, and it always brings me back to that one scene when she looks at that woman, the older woman, and she just says, "You're beautiful," and she has a tear in her eye and everything. And the fact that you can see a grandmother watching it with her mother or her daughter, who's watching with her the granddaughter. Like all 3 generations are probably watching the same movie, and it just warms my heart, honestly.
Got House Nerd Show in the house.
What's
is up?
Sergio?
Hey. What's good, Sergio?
Try not to miss too many. Saw Gran Turismo yesterday, and it was packed.
Same.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah. Then we got I don't know how to pronounce that.
GZDR forever.
So they should keep doing those deals at a point where the snacks cost more than the movie. That's where the money is. Yeah.
But that's what was happening. That's what used to happen when we were growing up. You spend more money on the snacks than you did in the movie. The movie was just, you go to see a movie and then you bought snacks.
Yeah. But I heard AMC is going to start making their own candy. So they're going to have their version of Milk Duds. They're going to have their own version of like Twix. They're going to have their own version of different candies, which they're saying would be good for everybody because it cuts out a middle person for them. And they can pass the deals on to the customer.
I didn't hear about
that.
I don't
know. Amazing. That would be amazing.
They did say it like, was it last year? Like when everyone was like, "Oh, come back to the theaters," and they had this plan. I don't know if it's going to happen because AMC is in a very, very.
But they've been doing that popcorn thing, making those popcorns and stuff like that.
Yeah. But also everyone does it. I think I might end up buying the Haunted Mansion popcorn bucket from Cinemark because it was the globe, not the globe.
Yeah,
the ball thingy.
What was it?
Fortune ball or whatever. Crystal ball.
Crystal ball. That's what it was. Good job.
So I went and buying that, but it's like you'll get it in November. I was like, holy shit, man, what the hell? So, but it was really cool, and I did like the movie, and I'm a big Haunted Mansion, the ride fan.
That's where you're gonna be in like 8 days, bro.
We go to Disney Not So Scary on the 12th.
The 12th, okay.
So almost 2 weeks. Almost 2 weeks from tomorrow. Yeah, so that's gonna be super fun. But yeah, where we at?
So yeah, they keep on coming in.
Yeah, Barbie every week.
That's what I know. People are doing that.
Yeah. And Horror Geek, what's up, Horror Geek? Barbie's easy going to be #1 movie of the year. It's already WB's highest grossing movie. Mm-hmm.
I agree.
There's not even anything to agree. That's just facts. Horror Geek is out here speaking facts to everybody. Yeah. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's well now with I want to talk more about Dune being moved a little bit. I know we touched on it a little bit last week, but we kind of skipped over it a little bit. But with Dune being moved, I mean that opens up the floor to a bunch because that was the next big movie, and now that's gone for this year. So now
we have to wait 4 extra months.
I think it doesn't do anything. I think it just means that there's not going to be a huge, high-grossing movie the rest of the year, besides possibly Aquaman.
Maybe Aquaman, but it just opens the door or just rolls out the red carpet for Barbie. They're like, here you go. Here's 6 more weeks of being like #1 and #2. Like and just get to like 1.5 billion. I mean, where's it at right now? It's like 1.2,
1.3. Was it 1.342?
I mean, there's a good chance it gets to 1.5.
I pre-ordered the movie. It's possible I don't get to Christmas. That's what's going on right now.
Yeah. I guess they released. They're gonna release a steelbook, right? I mean, they got to.
Oh yeah.
I didn't see a pre-order for it yet.
So you have to look it up. It was kind of like the Little Mermaid. It was really, really hard to find.
Yeah.
So I don't know why Little Mermaid was so hard to find. I don't understand.
You think? Right? I mean, it's like old school Disney. Like it's in the vault.
No. The recent one, the new movie.
Yeah.
The one that came out, you couldn't find it at all. Like I had to go, like really searching for it, and it just popped up one time. And I was like, got it, gotcha.
It said, should Barbie stay as one off, or do you welcome a sequel with possible becoming a mom?
Leave it as a one-off. I think that if they did make a sequel, I think this was self-contained enough, and I think I kind of feel like Greta Gerwig only had a one-off in mind. I hope it doesn't fall victim to studio greed and then they fast track a bunch of sequels. They're already kind of capitalizing on it by forming a Mattel cinematic universe because they're doing Polly Pocket next, and then they're saying they're going to do Hot Wheels and Masters of the Universe and everything. But I'd accept that. I don't think it needs a sequel, but if they're doing a Mattel cinematic universe. Max Steel, or not Max Steel. Mighty Max was Mattel, was it not?
Yes.
Yeah.
Give me my Mighty Max movie.
I want it so bad.
I don't know.
I would love Mighty Max.
I think they're gonna have. I don't know if it's gonna be a sequel. Like it won't be another movie like a sequel, but it will be if they did one just for Ken.
be interesting. That'd be
Mhm.
interesting because then you could do something that's good for Ken and would still stay positive, like a positive message. But then it
Yeah.
would
You
also
don't,
shut up
as long as
all
you,
those.
it's hard because Barbie is the real
Is
thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
You could do one with just the world. Like you're not a you like maybe you're focused on Ken, Ryan Gosling, but it's like him and the world. So he's just the center point
Yeah.
of everything going on of them rebuilding Barbie world.
Mhm.
I think that might be interesting, but yeah, I want to leave it alone though. I think the message was good, everything was good with it, and her becoming a mom is like then you're just like, oh hey, here's like it's like a documentary at that point, right? It's like here, this lady became a mom now.
Are
Mhm.
you guys seeing all the rest of the comments going past this? Because there's a lot.
Not on
Not on here. No.
not on
Yeah,
here.
I'm looking at all of them right now.
Wow.
There's a lot that we're missing. Like I was like, does anyone else see this?
I know I skipped over
No.
Hold on. We have
We're missing. When Sergio
we
said,
got
"What's good, gents?" It's
yeah, and then I got 2 after that, and that's it.
you only have 2.
Um,
Yeah, no, that's like 15.
Hold on, everybody. Pull this up real quick.
So
Holy shit, boss.
yeah, what's good, gents? And Cookie's like Sergio, and Coat Lords says, "Hey there, fellas. So what's up, Coat Lords?"
Yeah.
Happy
So
late National Seminar
sorry.
Day.
That's weird. Yeah.
And then
Yeah, we're not
House
getting
of Nerd
any
Show. Yeah.
YouTube comments.
House of Nerd Show said, "Cookie." And then see for yourself, Blue Beetle is worth the price of admission. Definitely.
Yeah.
So I'm seeing it. And then see for yourself says, and then some. That's for House of Nerd Show said that for see for yourself. And Perp Minder said, Cinemark has their own candies. They do make their own candies.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Preston went, I was thinking about watching Blue Beetle on National Cinema Day, but instead I watched The Hill. Okay.
The Hill.
And then House of Nerd Show says, second watch of Blue Beetle tomorrow night.
Nice.
Nice.
And you know what? And that's important. They need to spend money. You need to spend money for this because it needs to have the money count towards it.
Mm-hmm. And I want to down the line see Zolo Mariduena just continue on in the role. I really enjoyed him as Jaime.
Which is good because that's exactly what we're going to get. Because I mean, it seems like everyone, even everyone knows it's good. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna skip a few things, but it says just a good reason to see a bunch of independent movies and Captain Marvel. That's what's gonna happen when we know Dune. But I'm going to go see Equalizer. So that's
Equalizer. Yeah.
And the next thing is, are you guys interested in seeing Equalizer with Dane and I on Thursday night in Naperville 16?
Does it come out this Thursday?
Yeah, I think it does come out this weekend. But the problem is that we will be doing our live show during the time.
Yeah, Thursday night's kind of is hard. It really any day during the week is hard for me unless it's like Friday night. Yeah. But I do. I want to meet up with the Cold Lords again and do something with them.
I would love
to watch
a
movie again. This time we'll try to get like Brandon Davis out here. Try to get some of the other like local kind of guys,
which would be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
So Equalizer comes out Thursday. So
definitely got to make time for that this weekend. Watching Denzel be badass is just always great.
Mm-hmm. And Cleve 17 said, "Nah, I'm good on Barbie." It's okay. There's enough people that's already seen it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See for yourself said, if there's a good idea that comes directly from Greta Gerwig and or Margot Robbie, then I'll be open to it. Studios mandate you can make another one, huh? Nah, no, you can't. Yeah. That's
like
what
I said.
What's up? So what's up, Cleves?
Yeah, like I said, Greta Gerwig was my main selling point on this movie. When it was announced that she was, I think she co-wrote it with her husband, but yeah. Anyway, yeah. When I heard she was directing, I'm like, yeah, I'm in. That's all you had to say. Greta Gerwig is just gonna crush this. And as far as I'm concerned, back. As far as I'm concerned, she did.
Oh, 100%.
But what are they doing next? Aren't they doing like Polly Pocket with starring
said, Greta is such an unlikable name, guys. It's just such a terrible name.
Old,
it is an old person name, right?
Oh man, that's good.
No, but no, aren't they doing like a Polly Pocket movie with starring Lily Collins and to be written and directed by Lena Dunham or some shit like that?
I haven't heard anything about this movie, but that sounds horrible.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass. You immediately lost me at Lena Dunham, so yeah, that's gonna be a hard pass.
This is from today. Yeah, you're right. Lily Collins, Posey, and then with Lena Dunham.
They had me at Lily Collins, then they immediately lost me at Lena Dunham.
So you really didn't want me to watch this, did you?
Yeah. But if I had it my way, I would love a Mighty Max movie directed by Guillermo del Toro. I know it will never happen. It's a total pipe dream, but that would be awesome if I had it my way.
Definitely not happening.
That's a lot, man. Yeah. I don't know, man. It seems like if they go with Greta with Barbie and they go with Lena Dunham with like Polly Pocket, whether you like her or not, she is still a big director name. It was like, how do you not go with another big director for like Mighty Man? I don't know.
Yeah, like Hot Wheels, they're doing I'm curious to see what approach, I just see it being a Fast and Furious clone.
Yeah.
Bring one of the directors.
They repackage Fast 1, right? Just Hot Wheels.
Which in turn was a repackage of Point Break, the first Fast and Furious.
I just want to see how many times they say family.
or some other substitute for family, but
we're still not getting the chat.
Yeah. So sorry we're not showing anybody's comments. They're showing up in our YouTube studio, but they're not showing up on our StreamYard. It's happened before, and I don't remember what we did to fix it. So yeah. So sorry we're not showing comments, but that's all. So you guys want to actually look at? We usually don't do this too often, but you want to look at all the movies that are coming out in September?
Yeah, why not? I'm all for it.
Yeah, we're talking about it. So September 1st, which is this upcoming weekend, Equalizer 3, Bottoms, Don't Look Away, Good Mother, King of Killers, anything big. The Legend of the White Dragon. Yes. That is the last movie that Jason David Frank did.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a Power Ranger kind of thing. I don't know. I mean, besides, obviously, I think we're all excited about Equalizer. Anything else?
I've been hearing a couple good things about. Oh no, I'm thinking of something different. Not Don't Look Away. I'm sorry. I was thinking of something different.
I think these are all right. If something's not right on here, just let us know. It's like, oh, because I saw Bottoms came out this past weekend.
Yeah, it came out.
Yeah, it came out already, right? But
yeah,
Bottoms, I want to see. Bottoms, I heard. The trailers for Bottoms looks funny. But it looks like it's not gonna have a big audience. It's very kind of like specific kind of thing. But it looks super funny, and it's just like two queer girls start a fight club like that. Like what? Like that alone, and then you throw on Marshawn Lynch in there and just like these teenage girls beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah, and it's got Ayo Edebiri from The Bear, and she voiced April O'Neil in the new TMNT movie. Like, she's a great actress, up and coming actress. So I'll check out anything that she's in. I'll give a fair shot.
Yeah. Seriously, said Bottoms looks like fun. Bottom came out in select theaters. That's what it was. So I'm assuming every theater, like this upcoming. So I think Bottoms did really well.
It's actual release.
Yeah. I think it did 10 theaters and it made like a decent amount of money. I think it was like the most money per a theater. Like
Mm-hmm.
this, so I forgot what the number was, but it was like a decent amount.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's a limited release, and then so it comes out this week. Okay.
Yeah. So
domestically, it made $461,000.
461,000. And how many theaters? I know it usually says it right there.
It hasn't said it yet.
Oh, it doesn't. I thought I read like 10, and I'm like, that's crazy. So, but yeah, Cookie said I've heard great things about Bottom. Yeah, Bottom is on my list for this week. Xavier Phoenix said that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah. It looks fun, man. It looks really, really good. And like I said, I just saw the trailer like a few days ago, and I was cracking up. I'm like, okay, that's pretty funny. You know,
yes, very 10 theaters.
10 theaters.
10 theaters, average of 46,000 per theater.
46,000.
But it's not going to have a lot of theaters anyway.
No.
So even if it was domestic release, it's not going to have. You know.
Can you imagine like that does better than like all the DC movies this year? Like,
no, it won't. Come on. Come on. How? Even if you did it, you multiplied it by 1,000, it still wouldn't. It still wouldn't.
Even with how little they made this year.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it won't matter. That will have to do Barbie numbers. The theater, have Barbie theaters to make that.
Yeah, but I think it's gonna do pretty well. The budget's got to be pretty low, but
start reading some of this stuff.
Yeah, go for it.
Person wants to know: did we see our kids keep watch burn? Yeah, I gotta see that. It was earlier today. It was.
I can go back.
And the C for yourself says it. See, that's what I mean. Can you make another one from the studios with Polly Pocket? It doesn't feel like it's coming from the name creative place, the same creative place. I'm sorry. Yeah, he said new drinking game for you guys. Watch the Fast and Furious and drink every time they say Monday.
To Monday?
I'm afraid.
I'm afraid say Monday a lot. I thought you were gonna say family. I was like, oh, then you're
no,
like,
that's yeah, exactly. That's torture. You're trying to kill yourself.
Yeah. Imagine a drinking game where you'd have to drink every time Vin Diesel says family, every time Paul Walker says oh shit, and every time The Rock says some bitch.
So just drinking the entire day?
Live in a liquor store for the day.
Yeah. Get ready for the emergency room, right?
No, he did mean family. That's what
he did mean family. Oh my god. We will die.
Yeah, exactly. Just put the liquor in your veins.
Steve says Randall Park said that the studios are taking the wrong lessons from Barbie. The lesson is that we need more women directors and to lead big budget movies, not just make more toy IP movies. That's what they're doing. They're going to make more toy IP movies. And I'm like, hey, look, Toy Story, Barbie. Let's just keep it going.
They
not put women in positions to do the lead franchises.
Oh wait, Randall Park said that, the actor.
Yeah.
He's not wrong.
No.
They've
always done it.
Then Randall Park is just so dang likable that I'd probably believe anything that he says. That dude could hit me with my car and I'd probably like offer to buy him lunch or something.
So everyone's basically saying Bottoms is on their list for this week, especially because it's Labor Day weekend, so you have chances to go see this stuff. Hey, we got some more. But why is it only coming through?
It just comes through Twitch. I don't know
Twitch. Everyone else was talking about family. I meant family. Yeah. The suits would never understand the creative side of the course and being taken the wrong lessons from Barbie's success. Exactly.
You're right. That's absolutely it.
Yeah.
You know,
they've done that as long as Hollywood's been a thing. You know, like when Batman became a thing. Whoa, holy shit! Like, let's make a bunch of things. You know, and then like Disney made like how about Rocketeer? You know, just literally, and they're like, as much as I did enjoy Rocketeer as a kid, like it sucked. You know,
it was
it's like
a terrible movie.
Bro. It was a terrible movie, and it was horrible marketing, and it was everything. But it's like, once one company does one thing well, everyone tries to repeat it, but no one tries to repeat it in the sense of what made it great. They're just like, oh, you like comic book? Here's a bunch of comic books, you know, and it's throw everything like there was like a bunch of different comics on TV.
We were taking, it was years that it took for us. We've been saying for decades, comic book movies would make a lot of money, and you know they just did not do it. I have a story about that, but I am going to read a couple more things real quick. So Chill said, The Rock had one post credit scene, and they fit that line in somehow.
Of course.
What? Person said, I actually really enjoyed the X-Men. I watched X-Men Days of Future Past. Really, it was pretty good. My second favorite, CGI Battle Flash or Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
They're all bad.
Let's burn.
Then we get a Twitch. Yeah, we're only getting Twitch ones, which is weird. I said I just checked my theater for this Thursday early screening, and they are going to re-release the Super Mario Bros. Movie and Jurassic Park 30th anniversary.
I read about that.
Yeah.
Well, I saw the poster for the for Jurassic Park. I would like to. Heck, I'd go see the the '93 Mario movie in the theater just for fun.
Heck yeah.
With John Leguizamo, why not?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
That'd be awesome. I would have to look. I know AMC usually does a lot of those what they call events or whatever. All right, let's look at the.
I wanted to say this though. So I was watching Black Comic Lords earlier because I was on Chill's stream with them, and he was interviewing the guy who I can't remember what his name is right now. The guy who made helped write Underworld. He's the writer of Blue Marvel. He's the Black Lycan from Underworld. Like he.
Yeah, Kevin Grevio.
Yes, Grevio. Yes. So I was listening to him, and he's like, he was actually wrote a pilot for Black Panther in 1992, and it was supposed to be starring Wesley Snipes. And everything was going really well, and then someone from the whole place just kind of decided they're not going to do comic book movies. They don't think it's going to make any money because of Super Mario Brothers. They said it's not going to make money, but they had it all set out. He said he wrote the script, like the first copy of the script, the screenplay, all that stuff was done, and Wesley Snipes was signed on. And we could have got Black Panther in 1992, guys.
Yeah.
I always heard that as a rumor, but I
remember hearing about like Wesley Snipes potentially and likely being Black Panther. I'm happy he ended up as Blade rather than.
We got to bring in 92 Wesley Snipes.
But 92 Wesley Snipes as Black Panther. Who else would have been the obvious choice or the ideal choice, right?
It would have been exactly because he could do everything. Because Denzel could do his walk and he could look the part, but he ain't gonna do no karate. Wesley Snipes is a 6th degree black belt, so he would have been amazing.
Yeah, got the acting skill, got the action star to it, got the look. He would have been good. That would have been pretty good.
So if he has the acting chops to do it. Like you need, like Chadwick did, you need to be able to create a way to say things, and a dialect that's going to be really strong. So it'll have been very difficult to see if he could do it.
He definitely had the physicality for the part. I'm just asking, and this is not a knock on Wesley Snipes' acting because he's always been a terrific actor. But I'm just kind of asking myself if he would have like the necessary gravitas for the role of T'Challa. That's not a knock on Wesley Snipes at all. For all I know, he very much could have.
He could have done. He did one part. Like I feel like the whole king and being strong and being a representation of all the black community. That's right up Denzel Washington's alley, right?
Yeah.
But he couldn't do the superhero part. But
exactly.
then he wouldn't have to be the superhero part, if you kept him only doing it in a costume.
Yeah,
exactly.
Which is funny because you're saying that about Denzel, and yet we were all talking about how great we want or how much we want to go see Equalizer, which he's a badass.
He's a badass, but he's not going. He's not doing.
I mean, it's considered an action movie, but yet, but it is like you're able. They worked it around him so well, where like, you're gonna be a badass, and the things you're gonna do are make you badass, but you're not gonna like do any like crazy backflips. You're not gonna like get into like all these like.
But then again, don't forget. Also, we gotta remember that young Denzel was able to do a lot of cool stuff. There's a lot of great movies that he was doing. He's just not a 6th degree black belt. Carl Weathers is a little bit too old. Michael Jai White wasn't big enough for 92.
Yeah.
But Michael Jai White is one of my favorite of, what he did with Spawn was just amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. Which I think sometime in September, his movie's going to come up. I think September.
It might be October.
But yeah. You're beginning to sound like a separatist.
Yeah. Chill says I'm beginning to sound like a separatist. Yeah.
But yeah. I was Denzel, because correct me if I'm wrong. I think they weren't going to give T'Challa like any accent. It was Chadwick that said like, no.
Yes. They were saying it was going to be a British accent. I remember reading.
That's even worse.
For a place that has never been conquered.
Yeah.
That you'll give him a British accent, bro. I would have rioted.
Well, when it comes to Hollywood, that's like the default accent, right?
Bro.
Well, it's because so many of them are British.
Yeah.
But that's why I don't think they would have gone with that route of giving him an accent. It would have just been American.
No, but once again, if you did, I don't know, even Wesley probably would demanded that they did some type of accent. I just don't know how well he would have pulled it off, because I just don't remember hearing him do an accent. I don't remember it. I know Denzel would demand that you have an accent. He wouldn't gone for just doing it regularly. That's not what he's about. So I would have loved to seen it, because I think back in the early 90s, in like 90, 92, 93, this was when they were using actual footage. Like, you were using people in costumes. You weren't doing all the CGI and all the FX and stuff like that. You were getting other type of things, which I always thought looked better and made more sense. So I wouldn't mind seeing that.
Yeah. Again, that's what Hollywood does. Like, as soon as something does well, they try to repeat it till it literally dies. And then once they start, and it doesn't die because people are bored. It dies because the quality starts going down, because they're just like, oh, just throw anything on there that's a comic book or a video game and it'll be fine. And then you get trash and people are like, I don't want trash. They're like, oh, well, they don't like comic book movies anymore. It's like, that's funny
that you're saying that, because you saw that Disney's FX people are trying to unionize now. Yeah, so they're coming to the point to they're going to unionize, and they won't be able to just use them anymore. They'll have to pay them fairly. They can't work them to death or anything like that.
To death.
Which might actually be good for us.
Hey, good night, Preston. Thanks for joining.
I don't blame them. Good night, Preston.
But that might be good for us, so we get better quality. So quantity can't be done as much, so you can't just kill him over the head and do all this special effects unless you really are ready to pay them and have enough people to do it. There's going to be
and give them enough time to do the job correctly. You can't expect somebody to do a job and like, hey, I need you to do all this, and you have like 12 hours and go. It's like they demand so much and not give them enough time, and then everyone gets mad because Thor, Love and Thunder looks like shit. Flash looks like shit. Like, we get so much trash, and it's like, it's not because they're not good. It's because they don't have any time. They
don't have enough time.
Well, you see, She-Hulk. They said specifically She-Hulk had like everything that happened in Office. It looked terrible, right? Every time it was in the office building, it looked awful. They had one company specifically doing that, and they said that the amount of time they're being given by Marvel was just nuts. They never could get it done. They kept on asking them to redo everything. It just didn't make sense for what they're trying to do, and it's because they lowballed them, and then they got the job, and they just kept on hitting them for everything, and that's what happened, and that's why every time she was in the office, it looked awful. It looked cartoony.
Yeah, it looked like it wasn't fully rendered almost. It was and I know they have skills, because you give them a project like Blue Beetle, everything looked crisp. Everything looked great, so it was like, obviously
the costume looked so great.
Yeah. The action scenes, everything looked great. And
if you give them time to do it.
Give them time, they like doing the stuff. Obviously, they wouldn't be doing it if they didn't enjoy doing it, but it's still a job at the end of the day where you want to get paid and you want to get respected, at the very least.
Yeah.
So,
Agree.
Yeah.
So Cookie Monster said they should unionize. I hope that this happens. So the fact that they've already can give you the idea that they're going to unionize means it's going to happen. Like it's happening no matter what. And especially now we have the writer strike and the actor strike. They're going to do this while this is happening. But don't believe that the officials are going to just cave in, because they're not. Because now they don't have to pay the writers, they don't have to pay the actors. So why would they adhere to the FX creators? So what you're going to have is a third strike. That's what's going to end up happening, and that pushes back everything. That stops everything. We're talking about marketing. We're talking about any type of thing you can do. Trailers, all that's going to stop because of it.
Yep.
See for yourself says people getting good rest has been historically good for developing quality work. That's not the American way. Xavier says, I'm happy they are moving towards unionizing. We need better quality and they need better pay. And they need the time to do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Cookie says the amount of effects artists that came out after The Flash to say that they were rushed and overworked is insane. I agree. It is. It's insane. That one, but all these movies, every one of these movies,
Across the Spider-Verse, like as great as that looked and great as the movie was, man, all these artists came out and just were like, holy shit, like we didn't have a life.
I think that they said it's only special effects people that are unionizing and not artists.
Yeah.
Because
I wonder how
they're fighting each other. And that was the problem with special effects, was always that all these places are fighting each other, and they finally are come together. Does that give artists an idea to come together, or will they still try to lowball the next person so they can eat? It's when you talk about eating, it's a cutthroat business.
Yeah.
So Xavier says, I can't imagine the stress they must have been under to deliver the film film after film. Yeah. Just so you can make sure you're working. It's crazy. See for yourself says at Cookie Monster. And then Andy Muschietti. To say that the CGI looked bad on purpose is wild. It's stupid. Yeah, he did say that.
Yeah.
we meant that.
Yeah.
Movie Time Minute. Hey, what's up, Spoiler Kings? Hope all is well. What's up, Movie Time Minute?
Hey,
what's going on? By here. We're going through our hour of chat before we get to our reviews. And then everyone's saying, "Hey, what's up, Movie Time Minute?" And I love that everyone's calling them out about that CGI. Andy Muschietti, everyone's calling them out, so that's great.
That was hilarious. That was so hilarious to me that he said that it looked like that on purpose. And what was the reasoning? Just to show like Barry's kind of distorted.
They said anything is within the Speed Force is going to look distorted. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much that flies.
I was like, I don't know how much time did it take you to think that up?
Yeah.
Right there on the spot. I meant to do that. It's like a bad kid. Like, I meant to do that. Like, sure you did. So here over on Twitch, there you go. The Bob Iger is talking about using animatronics for the Disney cast members that walk around the park. I heard that too. I don't know if the technology is quite there yet. But
is that Five Nights at Freddy's? Is that like already Five Nights at Freddy's, guys? Oh my god, it's gonna take over all the Disney park.
It's crazy. Have you seen in California in the Avengers campus? There's that Spider-Man that like flings over and jumps into another building, and it's not really an animatronic, but it's counted as one. So it kind of ragdolls, but they have the weight in certain spots. So when it like flings off the web and it goes and lands, it looks like a person, and it's insane and how cool it looks. Like it's really, really cool. So they've done stuff like that. So they're like with animatronics, Disney's on another level. But if they were to get rid of that human, the human like feeling, then it kind of changes, because the humans know when like a kid is scared or a kid is like, like special needs or anything like that. And a lot
that,
of these
or they
human
know to
beings
play with
know
them,
how
to
to handle
warm
it.
them up to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
And seeing all those are great online. I love watching those videos of like, somebody sees something. Even a dog. There was like a dog that came in. It was like a service dog and saw Pluto, or not Pluto. Yeah, Pluto, and like lost its mind. And then now you have Pluto, the dog, and this dog just like on the ground rolling around. It was awesome. It was like that. An animatronic won't do that. So
yeah, I think it's one of my favorite memories with my children is taking them to Disneyland, Disney World, and the Disney princesses, the Chip and Dale at the beginning, Goofy, and them as they were afraid. Donald, literally, I remember Donald and Daisy came up. They saw the fear and they played with them, and now they love them. And they don't even remember why they love Donald and Daisy Duck. It's something they just innately love. It's something that's sticking with them, even though they won't remember the instance. And that's what it takes, that human element. It really brings it home, and it's something I will never forget. Why would I keep on going to Disneyland, Disney World? That's why, right there.
the cast members are super awesome. And they always get the shit end of the bucket, but the cast members is what makes the Disney magic. Are the people walking around. Like the first time I ever went, I know it's super. First time I ever went, it was like years ago when me and Erica first started dating, and it was my birthday. So you get a birthday pin, and they put your name on it. Every single cast member said happy birthday. They're like, happy birthday, Anthony. Happy birthday, Anthony. Happy birthday. It was like cool. It was so silly, but I'm like, I get it. Like I got it. It was like I can imagine
I was walking
like
around like
8-year-old. Oh yeah. I had like 3 pins. I'm like, because it's like my first visit, happy birthday, and then like Erica had like I'm celebrating with. It's like they really go all out. Granted, it's an arm and a leg, but yeah, no, it is.
Oh
it is
my gosh!
special. But
Xavier
I mean, that's the thing is
said,
taking away the human is never a good idea.
Xavier just said they're going to try to make Megan the Disney park experience. Now this I gotta see. Oh my god! You remember I just told you like how much they love Daisy and Donald Duck? My kids would shit themselves. It's just like if you had Megan, they would die right there. Oh my gosh. See if yourself said I didn't realize how bad Bob Iger was. As time goes by, I'm finding more stuff about this dude and that raises an eyebrow. He runs Disney with an iron fist. Oh, that's one thing. You're gonna do what he says, and that's it.
Yeah. Let me see if I can show this real quick. So they Disney with their animatronics, like they're super cool with everything. They made this. I think the sound's off, but that's all right. That's insane. It's a robot. Like if it jumped out the box, like it's gonna stand up. It's on rollerblades. It's supposed to be the rabbit police chick.
Oh yeah, from
Zootopia.
Yeah, Zootopia.
Yeah. So this thing gets up and like at first it got out of the box, which is already super creepy. And then like and like yeah, it's just like it's insane like what they are doing with animatronics because they are on a whole nother level.
We just don't understand, huh? We gonna keep on pushing the envelope until Terminator 2 happens. It's happening, guys.
But like, and then it starts skating, which is like, and then if it falls, it like pop back up. It was like that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. No, that is not cool. They're gonna come and kill you in your sleep. You guys will be like, cool. NS5's gonna come and kill all you guys. And I'm like, not me. I ain't got NS5.
Here's another thing they were working on. It was really good. This is all from this year, I think. So that's an actual like AI kind of like an Alexa kind of thing, but with Tinkerbell. So you can like have this in your room or there, and like literally Tinkerbell is in there, and you can like talk to it. It's insane. It's insane. This is insane. Like that looks like an actual little little fairy person in there.
You just trapped them in there. Oh my god.
And I'm like, so it's like you're like Alexa kind of thing, but for Disney, and like they're saying like they wanted to use it to like be kill around everybody. The park, No, but yeah. Disney's on a crazy level of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Cepheus says that it's insane how many movie studios make movies that warn us about AI and the sentient robots, yet we are fully willing to embrace and just keep on going. Don't have to pay humans. Just to not pay humans, they just keep on going no matter what. I mean, when's the last time you guys seen The Matrix? Like, do we not understand? We're going to make sentient beings, and they're going to be like, "Why should I listen to you? We're better in every way." And now we're sitting there fighting Arnold Schwarzenegger Terminators. This is what's going to happen, guys.
Everyone remembers what happened on August 29th, right?
Oh no.
Was that Terminator Day?
It's tomorrow.
Skynet goes active and becomes self-aware.
It's tomorrow.
Yeah, it's tomorrow. Oh my god. Yeah, definitely gotta make a post about that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. Oh,
and now, like, Cookie's like, I hate this.
The Cookie said, I hate this. It's so funny. And then Xavier said, that is creepy. Run, people, run. That's all right. Guys, as long as you know a black person, you see them running, you run with them. That's how you know it's time to go. We when you start running, you need to run with us. We know. We're never gonna get caught. We know better.
I like that too.
Yeah, didn't Disney put out Age of Ultron? Like, you did realize what happens with Ultron? Like, literally, it's going to happen again. Like, so, you know what? Disney is Tony Stark. That's what it is right now. I now know. I understand it now. Disney is Tony Stark. This is awful, unbelievable. Well, now we're going to need Will Smith to come out and slap the robots.
So this is the Spider-Man thing I was telling you about. So this is not a person. They fling in and like it's supposed to be like he lands, and then the actual actor pops up like, hey.
That looks like he died.
Right. there's better ones.
Or did like a huge belly flop.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I think this one they might actually show something.
See, now when that becomes an animatronic person, that's when
then you start getting scared with stuff like that. But I can't wait to go. I want to go to Avengers Campus so bad.
When he starts saying, "Call me Sonny," that's when I know it's time to run.
Yeah. Yeah, but they like hook him up and he like climbs up the wall and shit, which is like kind of cool. But I think it's Tom Holland, like his voice.
Mm-hmm.
Really, are they gonna do it and then I can show it? Here goes another jump. Like that's kind of crazy, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's pretty crazy.
Dude, that's nuts. I don't like it at all.
But somebody CGI'd it, like, which is crazy. Like somebody CGI'd it so it makes it look like he crashes on the side of the building instead of like landing, which is that's awesome. But yeah.
Oh, yeah, man. Don't get a lightsaber.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Disney. Yeah, they're crazy, but I mean, they're money. Don't get me wrong, they're money hungry. They're like an evil corporation.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it, if they don't know how to entertain you when you go there.
Speaking of Disney, and we don't have to talk too long on this subject, but I had forgotten all about this Snow White remake until I stumbled upon news for it like a little around a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
How they're changing the like the 7 dwarves to like the 7 magical people. Which is weird to me. It is kind of amusing because did you guys see the set pictures of the 7 magical people? So they basically changed them from the 7 dwarves to the 7 Portland hipsters, basically.
Yeah.
You know, they literally look like they're about to tell me all about the IPA that they brewed. You know.
Yeah.
And then of course
the 5'7" dwarves. The 5'7" dwarves.
And then, of course, there's the comments that the actress playing Snow White, Rachel Zegler, has been saying, like, essentially, like blasting the original Snow White, which I don't really have too much investment in. I was never really a Snow White fan, so I'm kind of not too bothered either way by them changing the race of the character. Because I kind of
I
feel like
guess
we
I don't.
you know
I don't necessarily like it. I mean, I don't care too much, but it's
Mhm.
you're Snow White.
Yeah, it was a little. I guess it was a little more. I know it was a little more instrumental to, or integral to the character than Ariel was, where it really didn't matter what color she
No
was.
matter what you are, yeah. But
Yeah,
I mean,
but
technically, she's half German, right? So
mhm.
she's
Yeah,
not
so
that you're
white.
I
not
was
white.
yeah, I knew they were probably going to do that anyway because that's the thing now. But dang, if Rachel Zegler is not dive bombing this movie and potentially her own career before it even comes out.
Mhm.
Like it's like, man, you're not that big enough a star to be shooting your mouth off like that yet. Calm down.
Why do the seven dwarfs look like just regular people? Like nothing.
Yeah.
Like they just look like
They look like
guy was
Portland
walking down the
hipsters.
street. Yeah.
Okay. When you go to Portland, that's what you
Go to
see.
Portland, you'll find them you'll find them on any street.
Oh,
You
okay.
know,
All in line at Starbucks.
yeah. They
That's
they look they look they
that's what
look
they
like
tell you.
they look like the inside of every craft beer bottle ever.
Yeah, yeah. It was like that's what they don't show. Like they're actually in line at Starbucks in Portland. Like, yeah, just throw some IMAX and everyone has fucking the earbuds in. There you go.
Chill said,
Yeah.
and a lot it's politically motivated. If Chris Pratt said the same thing, it wouldn't matter.
Mhm.
That's probably right. He's
Yeah.
probably right. Chris Pratt said it wouldn't matter at all.
Mhm.
Yeah,
He's not right. But he's also
Yeah.
married to a Schwarzenegger, and so
Mhm.
Slash Kennedy.
Ash Kennedy. Exactly. You say see anything around it that's gonna black bag you. Like you'll be on streaming and you see, nah.
But yeah, that's all I wanted to say about that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like that she's kind of like going super hard with saying the shit she's saying, because I get you should be like, oh, wait till the movie comes out, you might like it, or
Yeah,
don't say anything, you know.
it's a little she may be a little too smug for her own good. At least Halle Bailey at least kind of possessed a pretty good amount of humility and even complimented the original. It's kind of like you're kind of with Rachel Zegler, you're kind of alienating or risking alienating the people that you want to pay for your movie.
Yeah, kind of
Yeah,
like
but
the
I think
whole.
she's thinking honestly, I think she's thinking of the hate beforehand. She's thinking they're gonna hate on me because of this. So I'm gonna hate on you before you hate on me.
Like give it back.
Famous last words.
It's hard, what do you do? In that situation, it's always that question,
Mhm.
Like I believe I'll do one thing, but when you're in that situation, it's all about money. It's hard to guarantee that your morals stay with you. So at least she's sticking by her own guns. So that's one thing I will say. That's what she believes, and she's sticking to it. All right, cool. We'll see the backlash, and we'll go from there.
Mhm.
It's hard to shoot first because when you want to shoot first, it looks like you're not even thinking about the person that you're thinking about the person that might hurt you, but you look like the bad person because you're doing it before they do it.
Yeah, you're not reacting. You're like coming out first, like because I'm sure she knew like there's gonna be all backlash for this kind of stuff, So you kind of get ready for it, and as soon as there's like some whispers, like you just are already in attack mode, Which,
Yeah, I mean,
like I
you
said,
just
I
see
don't
John Boyega
blame.
go out there and start being
Mhm.
angry with Star Wars fans before they said anything. He knew it was going to be a problem, but
Mhm.
you have to at least react first. Like, not
Yeah.
not even reacting is a problem, I think.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, like I haven't heard anybody say they're kind of excited about this. Like at least when Little Mermaid the live action came out, like people were like, you know what, this looks good. I like it. Whatever. Blah blah blah. I usually there's some people that are like, it looks kind of good. I unless they're super quiet about everything, I haven't really seen anybody say anything positive about it. So I don't know. I mean, granted, these are really the only two pictures I've seen. You know.
Hey, Tank, if you go ahead and repeat L's thing right now, I'm not opening up that can of worms. Just
this is it. Hashtag recast the 7. Am I right, Chill?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's well, there's this one too, where she's not really like
I can't
without
see
the. Oh, you can't see it. There you go. You know, with her in like more of a traditional kind of Snow White kind of look, which is like they went very cartoon, you know, like, but I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, Snow White, I really didn't care too much for anyway.
I don't care about Snow White either. That's the thing. Like, I don't even care.
So,
like Ariel is one of the greatest. Like Little Mermaid is one of the greatest movies in the '90s. It's part of the golden age and of stuff. Snow White, even when it came out in the '90s, was just because it was on the coattails of all the other Disney princesses. So it's not one of those things that I'm huge on. I know my kids don't like. They know Snow White, but they don't really care about it. You know, and I'm gonna agree with Elle. She says this genuinely looks awful. It looks and sounds awful, and it's not the Snow White casting. It just looks, everything looks bad.
So. Yeah, it's just off.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, if you want to go like original pre-Disney Snow White story kind of thing, you know, and go dark with it, kind of like the Snow White and the Huntsman kind of did. But there's other movies that are more true to the actual folklore story of Snow White, and yeah, but those get super dark, you know. But you want to stay kiddie with it, but then you get, you know, yeah, oh my god, you know. But if you want to stay kiddie with it, then stay kiddie with it. But it seems like you're trying to make it for like 20-year-olds instead of like 5 and 7-year-olds. Which
I'm not exactly sure who they're making this for.
Yeah, like what's your target audience with this? You know, and that's why I kind of feel like Little Mermaid obviously have a target audience. It still stayed fairly young, you know, fairly, you know, more girl geared towards. But
top
with this,
10
I'm
movie
like,
of the year. You know?
Yeah, I don't know what they're trying to do with this. You know, because old people ain't gonna like it right off the bat. You know, because what you're doing with all the race swapping and stuff. Younger kids probably are not gonna care too much about it.
So Xavier says everything about this screams flop.
Yeah.
Everything to me screams made for television.
Yeah. Disney Plus.
Network premiere.
Yeah.
See this only on Paramount Plus. Like that's what I'm thinking.
I'm sure there's gotta be edit where they're like they have backpacks and everyone's got like a fucking MacBook in their arm and everyone's got white earbuds in their ears. Starbucks. Oh, this guy just needs the glasses and he's super hipster already.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he looks like the pirate from Dodgeball.
He does.
Peter.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, but yeah, I saw it and I was like, I don't care enough about it where I was like upset. You know, I mean, it's whatever. It does look silly.
Yeah. I don't have. I'm not invested enough in Snow White to get to be outraged about it, and it was going to get remade just like it was going to get remade just like everything else. They're remaking all of they're remaking everything, so it was only a matter of time. But yeah, I just stumbled upon that last week after forgetting. I literally forgot all about the movie. I think like ever since they announced it like 2 years ago, however long ago they announced it. I had completely forgotten.
You guys know, once we're done with this segment, I will forget about it again.
Yeah. But then I just saw that, and then I saw some of the interviews with Rachel Zegler, and I'm like, huh, this is odd.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, and Gal Gadot is the evil princess.
Yeah, the evil queen. Yeah,
evil queen.
Mm-hmm. I'm going for the evil queen. I hope she wins.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Even
yeah,
that,
I think the biggest I think the most far-fetched thing in this fantastical story is Rachel Zegler being fairer than Gal Gadot.
Exactly.
Just like the Snow White and the Huntsman. Yeah, you're trying to convince me Kristen Stewart is fairer than Charlize Theron.
Agreed.
But yeah, that's all I want to say about it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like you said, it comes up and I see it and I'm like, oh yeah, it does look stupid. And then as soon as it's out of my sight, I forget about it.
Mhm.
And then somebody else brings it up. I'm like, yeah, it is.
Isn't that what you said? It's worse than being bad is being forgettable.
Forgettable. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this looks so just like I said, who's it for? I don't get who it's for. So if they're trying to make it for like a bunch of different people, then already you're upsetting everybody, man. You're
Obviously
upsetting everybody.
They're making it for 11 to 13-year-old girls that don't care about other stuff, that also don't go to movies.
Yeah.
They're making it for them that don't go to movies. And they'll get their non-support.
Yeah.
You pretty upset.
Even if you watch any wrestling, there's a little person, Hornswoggle.
Hornswoggle's impossible. Yeah.
He's supposed to play a leprechaun, which is already like super like okay. But he came out and he said like he didn't like that they're acting off the dwarf roles, So
yeah, I think Peter Dinklage was the one who said like they shouldn't all be dwarves in the modernized version.
Elle said, I've never heard my 11-year-old mention Snow White ever. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
the only time I say Snow White is when I'm at Disney World. I'm like, hey, I want to go on that Seven Dwarfs minecart ride because the ride's awesome. And even then, you don't even say Snow White. It's still the Seven Dwarfs minecart.
When my kids say, hey, who's that Disney princess? And that's usually my answer is Snow White because they don't know.
I mean, when it's a super, super old.
But that's my point. So why are you doing a remake of it, a live action remake of something that's that old? Yeah. I mean, the whole point of it is like, come on, man.
I was like, yes,
have you seen everything that Disney's been remaking?
Dude, I was waiting for what's the one, Sounds of the South or whatever was it?
Yeah, Sounds of the South. Yeah,
it's something like that. But whatever, we're gonna remake that and start a real riot. Let's go.
They were
Songs of the South. Songs of the
South. There were people that were wearing that shirt when they closed down the Splash Mountain ride. Because they closed it down and they're revamping it to be a Princess Tiana ride. Still the same kind of ride, just different visuals. And people were wearing a bunch of like Song of the South kind of stuff. And I could be wrong, but I think Disney kicked them out. They're like, hey, we want to forget about this.
This never happened. They're doing Jedi mind tricks. This is not the place you're looking for. This is not. Elle said, a situation where the villain has become more popular than the protagonist. Yeah. Think about it. The Evil Queen. I mean, think about the movies. What's the one with Angelina Jolie?
Maleficent.
Yeah.
I think Maleficent was the one that really, really started the live action stuff. Because Jungle Book did it, but nothing really happened. But after Maleficent, like then they're like started coming out with all the other ones.
I think Jungle Book was first.
Yeah, it was the first one.
Or no, Maleficent was first. I'm sorry.
No, I thought Jungle Book was first, wasn't it?
Maleficent was 2014.
Was it?
And Jungle Book was 2016, early 2016.
Oh, sure. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, but it isn't gonna keep doing. I mean, they already have a bunch of other ones on the books for doing live action. The Cinderella remake was good,
but for a long time, Cinderella was the only one that people loved, I mean, and we've had multiple Cinderella remakes. I mean, we've had the live action when we had them when Brandy was Cinderella and Whitney Houston was the fairy godmother. Like we've had a lot of remakes, and they've always, Prince Charming, and always went well. So that's the one I'm like, the one old one that kind of stays good. And then even with Rapunzel, it kind of got better because of the TV series with the cartoon.
Yeah.
And then
What was
the
that?
movie
Tangled. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah. Which is still a fun movie. I think I saw it for the first time like not too long ago. Like, and I'm like, oh, this is pretty cute. Like,
I've seen it 3,000 times.
Yeah.
She loves Rapunzel.
Another one that they're talking about remaking into live action
with Zachary Levi. After the shit he said about woke blah blah blah, it was like he's like 50 years old and wants to be the Prince guy,
Flynn Rider.
Yeah, and then Florence Pugh.
He wants to be Rider.
Yeah, he wants to be Rider. He voiced him. He voiced him in Tangled, obviously. But,
so he's like, "Oh, I can play him." I'm like, "Dude, you're 50." Like okay. And then he like people are saying Florence Pugh. I'm like, she's like 20 something. So it was like. And so many people are like dogging on him, like that's too big of an age gap. Like
he's like, "Hey, it's like what I wanted."
Yeah,
never mind.
I'd hope Florence Pugh says no.
I don't.
He hasn't said no
yet. I know she wouldn't probably because that's that good Disney money. But
and did you have you seen Oppenheimer? She didn't say no there either.
I know. I know.
Stop smiling that hard.
Yeah, I know.
Horror Geek said Maleficent is one of the main villains in the Kingdom Hearts video games. Yes.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Queen of Hearts, yeah.
Yeah, the king.
Beats
him in the tower.
Take a seat. Why don't you have a seat right over there?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So you're climbing up some girl's hair, huh?
Oh man, that's good.
That's funny.
All right, guys, we've been on an hour 20 minutes. We have not done the Gran Turismo.
I'm ready.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All right, let's do this Gran Turismo. Where we at? All right. Ooh, well, since I got you guys here real quick, I made an Ahsoka background. I want to see how it looks real quick.
Oh, that's cool.
The more Rosario, the better.
I know, Brian would be for it. Okay, I like it. I think it came out good. I don't know. Should I make her smaller?
No. How dare you?
Okay. I think it looks fine to me.
I feel like Brandon's gonna be like reaching out, like, yeah, grab her around the shoulders. All right, we put it back. All right, let's do this Gran Turismo. All right, welcome to the Spoiler Kings. My name is St. Kern with Brandman Brandon, Brian the Grizzly, and we're going to talk about this weekend's newest release, the racing movie based on a video game, based on a true story, Gran Turismo. So we're it's based on so many things. But we're going to get into our ratings at the end, some of the good stuff, some of the bad stuff. But before we start, Brian, you got a quick breakdown of what this movie's about?
Of course, because it's not about much. The true story of a team of unlikely underdogs, a working class gamer, a former race car driver, and idealistic motorsport executive who risk it all to take on the most elite sport in the world. I guess. I mean, was he really a working class? I mean, driver? Like his dad had all the stuff.
I mean, yeah.
He was like I guess soccer player.
Yeah, that's true. Well, he was he worked in the train yard. Dad. So, like,
I mean, that's what he had to do after being a soccer.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, it's based on a real story off of a video game player becoming a race car driver. Pretty simple. But Brandon, you want to tell us some of your likes about this one?
Oh yeah, sure. First and foremost, this has been like the summer of like movies that I didn't expect to like as much as I did. that I ended up liking. This was definitely one of them. Definitely good underdog story, very entertaining. One thing that I really liked is I don't know how much CG was used, but it kind of felt like Neil Blomkamp was only using CG when he absolutely had to.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like the races felt very practical and very grounded. I liked the whole overall, just speaking of grounded, I liked the overall vibe of the movie. It felt very grounded. We're so used to and kind of corrupted by like CG heavy everything when it comes to cinema nowadays. So it was nice to see something a little more realistic and practical feeling. I thought that the acting all around the table was very good. It was nice to see Orlando Bloom back in a movie.
Yeah.
He's not he hasn't been doing a whole lot because he doesn't really have to. He got his good Pirates and Lord of the Rings money, and if I was married to Katy Perry, I probably wouldn't be doing a whole lot either.
I'll just be traveling with her. Let's go.
Yeah, but it was nice to see him in this. I liked his supporting role. Obviously David Harbour, I thought he was great in the movie. He was for that kind of character, he was perfect, I thought. And Djimon Hounsou, who's great in everything he's in. He did a great job too. I liked the whole kind of pacing of the movie. It felt appropriately kinetic and really fast paced, almost kind of like Days of Thunder. It almost felt like a Tony Scott film in that regard. And the lead actor, whose name is escaping me, I liked him as the character of Yan.
Yeah.
Yan.
And yeah.
Madekwi.
Yeah. And even kind of surprisingly emotional moments, especially with the accident that happens a little after the midway mark. So, it was easy to get invested. I really, really enjoyed it. But those are all my thoughts. I went on a little longer than I meant to. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. No,
And by the way, it was interesting to see Ginger Spice as the mom.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm like, I know her. She was. Yeah.
Jerry Helen.
The whole time, I'm like, I know I've seen her before, and I couldn't think of where. Oh, that's hilarious.
She's aged
12-year-old
amazingly,
like,
by the way.
I know who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I had to throw that in there. She's just aged amazingly, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was well. I think it was kind of appropriate to see her in it because she's married to a professional driver in real life, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but yeah. Overall, I really enjoyed it. It was nice to see Neil Blomkamp make something that I really liked because he kind of after District 9, he was kind of falling flat for a little bit. So it was. I'm hoping this is a return to form for him.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So for my good one, I mean, I have to start all conversations about this movie with David Harbour. Mm-hmm. David Harbour really acted his butt off. I mean, it was so very believable. So every part of it made sense, like him not believing and then him starting to believe. It was almost like his belief was what the audience saw. Like, as an audience member, you're like, I don't know if these guys could do it. And that's what he said. You guys can't do it. And then as you start seeing, like, I kind of like this guy. And he's like, I'm kind of like this guy. Like, it's like the way your emotions are set was following David Harbour. And I thought that was really cool. I love Orlando Bloom's character, and that he really didn't care about the character. It wasn't like he was behind Yen. He was behind whoever the one he thought that can actually make this happen, because he did put his neck out there for this entire thing, but he didn't care who it was. He wanted the more charismatic kid. What's his name? Was it Nicholas or something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so he really wanted that guy, but Yen was the one who worked out because he cared the most. I was surprised how tall the kid was that played him. Like, me being a taller person, I couldn't imagine being in that little car all that time. So that was
6'4".
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
And David Harbour's tall too. So I mean, but he's taller than David Harbour. So it was like,
didn't they bring that up in the movie about him being tall?
Yeah, he did. He said that. So how the hell are you gonna fit in the car? That's what they kept saying. How the hell are
Yeah.
you gonna fit in the car? This doesn't make any sense. Little car. Jaimin Hunsu, I really did enjoy, because the father who is telling you don't believe in it because he cares about you, because he doesn't want your dreams to be shot, but that's not always the right thing. Sometimes it's about shooting for the stars, and his son shot for the stars, and he made it, and it was amazing. And that connection he had in the movie when he hugged his son, and the fact that his son was so needing that, because anytime he got a phone call from him, he didn't want to take it because he thought that he was gonna say something negative about him. But then when he came, he says, "I'm so proud of you." Even me, I was like, yeah. Oh, that was something, because it was like he had two dad moments. He had David Harbour as his father, father figure, and then he had Jaimin Hunsu as his actual father. And the belief in him is what really started to push everything. And then the hate he was getting from everybody else. I just thought that it was so well done overall. It wasn't just like a straight story. It wasn't just like you're going to succeed. No, this is more like, no, you're going to have to go through some things. And it wasn't like they won it all. It was like, can you get to almost place? Can you get to third place? That's what it was about. Because it's not like you're going to come in and be a world wrecker. I'm going to beat everybody. No, that's not what they were talking about. And I thought that was good too. And I was happy to see that.
I think that allowed it to be more realistic, and obviously it was based on a real story, so it should be realistic. But yeah, it wasn't like, oh, we're gonna change it where he's gonna like win every race. It was like, no, it was a struggle the whole time. They were like, listen, we just want you on the podium. It doesn't need to be first place, don't even need to be second place, but just be up there. And I'm like, oh, that's an interesting way of thinking about it. But yeah, I did like that too. Anything else?
No, that's all I got. Go ahead.
Okay. So yeah, so I looked it up really quick. I guess the actual guy himself, Yan, was it Martinborough?
Yeah, Martinborough.
He's only 5'10" for life.
But that's still very tall for a race car driver.
Yeah,
driver.
Yeah. But I was like, this guy was like another 6 inches taller than him. Yeah. So yeah, this Archie guy is super super big. Because I think David Harbour is.
I think he's like 6'2" or 6'3".
6'3".
Yeah, and he was like taller than him.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was like, that was kind of cool. But I same like Brian, David Harbour was the show stealer for this one. He made this movie from escalate to a whole nother level. Like it was a good movie. I was having fun with it. And then once he came in, and just how great of an actor he is, and his character brought it to another level of like getting that emotion. Because like you said, he's kind of like the audience in a way where like, oh, you're not gonna win, you're suck, and then he grows to love the main character. Exactly. So yeah, he crushed it. I thought he did great. But all the actors were a lot of fun. Orlando Bloom wasn't big in the movie. The few roles that he did play were important. He's a great actor too. So having him just sprinkle in every now and then to add in a little bit more, I thought was really good. But the guy who played Yan was Archie. Archie was his best name. But yeah, he was great. Yeah. He was great. He was super great. I enjoyed him from the beginning to the end. I thought it was a good arc of the character, because his whole thing was that. But even like the flow of the movie I thought was good, because it went from like this video game kind of movie, where Brandon, you said like they didn't do a lot of CGI, but the little bit they did made it seem more video game like, which is exactly what he needed to do.
All on the right trail, because he knows exactly the right way to do it, because he's done it thousands of times.
I thought the coolest thing was when he's in the gamer chair and the car builds around him.
That was awesome.
But then later in the movie, when he's in the car and the car like unbuilds itself, and he's like back into that gamer chair, I'm like, that's awesome. That's like a cool way to like tie it all together, where it's like, yeah, for him, it's always been the same kind of thing. It's always been him in the seat with the steering wheel, whether it be in the car or in the gamer chair. So I thought that was kind of cool. And I always liked how it kind of looked like the actual video game, because when he was coming around the corner, he had the little bar right there. Like this is where he's at in fourth place, or whatever. So a little of the bits of the CGI they did made it seem better. It made it seem like a video game kind of movie, even though it really kind of wasn't. It was about a video game, but it really wasn't like how Mario Brothers is a video game movie. This is kind of a little bit different. But yeah, man, it went from video game to Rocky, because I hear, here's the bad European guy, and then at the end it's like it's a personal trauma, that you have to fix, and it sounds like a movie that would be all over the place, but they paced it so well where I had a lot of fun with it, and you feel bad for him, you're happy with him, and the dad and him have a great scenes together. So yeah,
I was waiting for the European dude to say, "I must break you."
Yeah, it's the same, man. Same the whole time. So we're getting some comments before we get into the bads. Xavier said, "I felt like Ford versus Ferrari, little brother. I enjoyed it quite a lot. Kinda. Good racing movies are really good. Ford versus Ferrari was good, and would you say Days of what was it? Which one? What movie did you say?
Days of Thunder.
Days of Thunder. Yeah, I mean that's like the peak racing movie, and if you can compare any racing movie to that, that's probably a good thing. So
I'm just glad they did. Gran Turismo did better than Need for Speed.
Yeah.
There was a Need for Speed movie. I forgot all about that.
And no,
I keep forgetting because it was not good.
Don't go off and watch it. You'll be very.
I want to forget about it.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, which is weird because it actually had like a fairly decent cast, right?
And it was just so poorly done.
Yeah. Holy crap! I forgot all about that movie.
Forget again. Just trust me. You rather forget.
Oh, I'm sure I will.
Yeah. See for yourself said, I was enjoying the movie quite a bit, and then the crash kills the spectator happens in the movie. Took EF off. It elevated after that. Yeah, I actually like looked up really quick. I'm like, did this really happen? And it really happened.
And it did, yeah.
And the way
the
F off. Okay, I was making sure. I looked it up, and after I watched it, you can watch the actual crash, and I'm like, it was almost like they just pulled it off the internet and it was like put it right in the movie because it was exactly like how it happened, which is kind of crazy. But yeah,
I'm glad David Harbour when he talked to him again. Whatever, he didn't say it's not your fault, and then he all of a sudden it's not your fault. It's not your fault. Don't mess with me, man. Don't mess with me. Do that, Matt Damon.
Yeah. That's your fault. It starts hugging him, punching him. That's your fault.
And they just start crying together. That's
yeah. I thought that was good. But then that was when you got more of his story, of Jack's backstory, and then you're like, oh, they're kind of the same, So yeah, that was a good moment. Xavier said the second half of this film hooked me. Same. I think that's when it really, really got me. See for yourself said David Harbour was excellent in the movie, but I like him in everything, even Hellboy, which wasn't his fault.
No, he was the least of Hellboy's problems.
Yeah, the story plot, everything.
Well, also it's the fact that we enjoyed the Hellboy that they had before. That's just another thing.
Yeah. So Kevin, I see yours, but we're gonna save those for after the review. See for yourself said I like the fact that obviously he had some Sony input, still showed the griminess of the business from Orlando Bloom's character. Yeah, definitely the Sony thing. The cars were awesome. I forgot to mention that. Like they were all driving freaking Skylines, and I was like, oh man, like I'm not as big of a car nut as I once was, but I saw once they were driving those GTRs, I was like, and then it just got better after that when they started doing like actual like formula cars and stuff like that. So
that's when it's funny when we got to that last race and they said, "Oh, this is what you're driving now." He was like, "What the F is this?"
Yeah, it's big boy. This is the real racer's car. But Sony was all over that with using their game. It makes sense. But yeah, Orlando Bloom, it was kind of shady, but not really because he still trusted Jack to make the right decision. So that's why I appreciate it from him. He did.
Yeah.
You know, they had that argument. I'm like, oh, this is the make and break part where like they're gonna like be on opposite ends. And you know, at the end of the day, he still kind of like respected what Jack wanted to do.
They say
Like,
you know better than that. It'll be you. I want to ride or die with you because you chose. You're the only one that went with me. So that's it.
Yeah. So I appreciate that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Any other goods you can think of that we might have forgot?
Those were my main ones.
Yeah, music was pretty good. I enjoyed the silliness of the music. You know,
I did. Yeah, that's more of a bad.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. We'll start with the bad stuff then. Brandon, what you got? What didn't you like about it?
You know, the romantic subplot was just kind of there.
Exactly where I was going.
Like, you know, it kind of felt obligatory because there's so many underdog stories where you have one, and it just kind of felt like they just put it there out of necessity. You know, you could have just removed it, and I wouldn't have even noticed personally. I think that there were parts where it kind of took them a while to kind of gain a little traction, especially like the first act, like the first act and a half, I'd say. But it really kind of found its footing like right around the midway mark, like maybe right before the midway mark. I still was having a great time watching it, but you know, they could have picked up the pace like a little more in the first half of it. I think that, but those were really the only ones. You know, I'm trying not to get like terribly nitpicky, but those were, I'd say those were the main ones. You know, like the romantic subplot, and then you know, like the first half. You know, it took a minute to get its footing, but once it really hit the ground, you know, it was really working for me. But those were the main ones, I'd say.
Okay. You got Brian.
I definitely will say the first thing was the girlfriend. I did not care about her. Not one bit. He was done like, hey, where's Leah? No one cared. No one else cared about her. She could have just totally been taken out of the movie, and it actually probably would have been better. There's no point at all. So I'll say that. And then I felt that they were kind of all over the place at the beginning, and until they really focused on Yen, it was kind of hard to enjoy the character development because you didn't know what was going on. I think that was something that was kind of obvious at the beginning, and it took some time for it to get. And I think that's what everyone says that once you got to the middle point, it was really, really good because it was going downhill. We knew exactly what was going on, and we cared about the character and all that stuff. But it was kind of like all over the place for some scenes, even with the family. Like, you know, I understood what they're trying to get at, with, you know, the brother being the soccer player, like the dad and all that stuff. But it was so like not focused, you know, and I get you. So now we're doing 15 minutes of him. I'm not the favorite child. I'm not doing the same thing that my brother's doing. And we got 15 minutes of this. And me wasting money on these people because we can't afford it. It was just so much of that. The only reason I kind of let it go was because of Jerry Halliwell. Just that was the only reason. Like, besides that, I was like, man, you could have got rid of half of this stuff. You know, I understood that the family didn't care.
Yeah, I think the first scene with the family was the best when they're at the dinner table.
Table.
And then that's really all you needed, and then maybe a little one-on-one with the dad. But yeah,
well, him saying don't do this, and then him going off and doing it himself. That's all we really needed. And you know, you could have cut 15 minutes out of that. This could be a 2-hour movie.
Yeah.
But I think that's really my only thing is the girlfriend in the beginning. It wasn't pacing. It's just stuff that I just didn't need. You don't need it in the movie. It didn't affect the movie at all. None of that stuff mattered. What you got to think?
Yeah. So I mean, I'm right there with the girlfriend thing. I know see for yourself said I feel like, so this is what he said. I feel like real life Yen probably mandated that love story was there. I would if it was a movie about me. And he said You can tell my story, but you can't exclude my wife from it. Real life, Jan. So, I don't think that's even his wife, because he's I just looked it up right now because I'm like, I think he's dating somebody else. Yeah, and he started dating some fashion designer in 2018. So I don't think that's his wife.
He traded up.
Maybe. But yeah, so yeah, the love story was kind of the weird spot because it seemed so random and shoehorned in. It was like, yeah, really? Like I don't know. And it really didn't go anywhere either, which is kind of like my.
She's just there. Just
hey,
there. You have a girlfriend now.
Yeah. Like now
I'll
you really
call
made
her
it
up when I go to Australia. I got nothing else to do.
Yeah. So the love story was my least favorite part of the movie. Just because one, like, I don't mind love stories. It just didn't do anything. It didn't change. It didn't add motivation to the character. It didn't change the characters in any
Like
way at all.
Adrian.
Yeah.
Changed
Okay,
who he is and gave her love.
Yeah.
Like, you changed everything about me. No, it's just like I was still doing the same thing I was doing before you.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
gave me a little outlet to talk to somebody.
Exactly. Like nothing was any different. The movie could have maybe been a little bit shorter. Because like you said, I was enjoying the beginning part of it. I wish they would have focused more on just him in the driving, but it was more of the video game and family, and how those butted heads, in his life. And I get it. They could have probably made that a little bit shorter and got to the good part of him actually racing the car, because once he started, doing that and going against the other Gran Turismo players, then I was like getting really interested in this and that and stuff like that. So, but yeah, you could have cut 15 minutes from it, but like I said, neither of them ruined the movie for me. It's just like they could have been not there, and I think I would have had just as much fun.
Yeah, it wouldn't change anything.
Yeah. So let's see what some of the comments are saying. Xavier Phoenix said the bad. They could have cut that girlfriend completely out. Yep. Yes, said I wish the first act would have been used more on character development. Yeah, because it was more like we said, like family, right? Like him and his family drama instead of him
focusing on him and then seeing what he had to do and what problems that he had and stuff like that.
Yeah. And we got Bigger Ford Entertainment. What is up, guys?
What is up?
Hey.
Xavier said the beginning was more of an ad for the game. I mean, pretty much. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, but also it was important because it is what it needed to be. It's like, oh, this guy's a gamer, and he talks so much about the game. He goes, "It's the greatest game ever," and blah blah blah. Whenever I talk to somebody who is a diehard Gran Turismo player, that's how they talk. Like, it's insane. Like I kind of like Gran Turismo. I don't like realism. I rather play like Burnout and like cause a giant accident and like go super fast and do stupid shit in a racing game. But the people who love Gran Turismo, that's exactly how they talk. They're like, it's so great. Like, it's exactly, you can feel it in the controller and it does this and everything happens, blah, blah, blah. Like, and I was like, okay, that's cool. But
settle down.
But that's exactly how those guys are, those diehards for that game is. And I'll give the game credit for being like insanely realistic. Like
tire size, everything is right on.
The ways the brakes burn if you go too hard and too fast in the game, on a technical level, it's insane, but it's just not a game for me.
Yeah.
And then see for yourself said you would have cut out the whole steal the car / party scene. I
think that's kind of
even the steal the car thing was kind of not important because nothing happened from that either.
Yep, nothing else. It was just like a dead end.
Yeah, because then he went to go do the train yard with his dad, and then then that didn't even matter either because then he went and won.
He went, yeah.
So like that whole sequence of events, from the love scene, the party, the car chase, the train yard, none of that mattered.
Everyone's like, don't care. That's just what it was. Like, Didn't matter the story. We're just telling you something that happened.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And then Kevin Davis said Sony Pictures has good films. Yeah.
Yo, I can't wait to talk about that.
Yeah. We see that, Tony, Kevin. We're gonna bring that up in a little bit.
That's gonna be the next thing we'll talk about. Yeah.
Oh yeah. But let's get into our ratings with this one. So here at Spoiler Kings, we do things nice and easy. Now, later, never. That's how we rank our movies. Now means you got to go check it out right now before it gets spoiled, and while you can see it in theaters. Later means you can wait till it's out on streaming and watch it whenever you can. And never means just skip it. It is not worth your time. Brandman, what you giving Gran Turismo?
You know what? I could give this a now, and only because it was kind of a breath of fresh air this summer, where everything's like huge spectacle and heavy on CG. This was kind of a nice little change of pace. Everything felt a lot more grounded and practical, and it's really at its core an old school kind of underdog story, which I thought was nice this summer. It was nice to have that different little change of pace. This was definitely something that kind of flew in unexpectedly. I didn't think it was going to be anything great, and I ended up liking it a lot more than I expected to. There was a lot that I was really happy with all around the table, from the races to the way that it was shot to the performances, just everything. It was very well paced for the most part. Like I said, there was a little bit of a pacing problem the first third of the movie, roughly almost the first half, but as a whole, I thought it was a really, really entertaining time, and it's nice to see Neil Blomkamp make something that I legitimately enjoyed again. I hope he keeps it up. So I could give this a now. I can go with a now for this.
Yeah. What about you, Brian?
I am really having a hard time deciding on this. See, I don't think this is a movie I had to see in the movie theater. And by definition, if I didn't have to see it in the movie theater, I think I have to give it a later.
Mm-hmm.
You know, did I enjoy it? For me, yes, I did enjoy it. I enjoyed the story. I said I got emotional, all that stuff. If I was grading the movie itself, it was a good movie. But do I think you need to run out and go see it? Is it a now movie? I don't believe it's a now movie. I think that's what you see in the box office. You know, you see Barbie almost beat it. I think that's what it is. It's a good movie, but is it a now movie? I don't think so. So I'm going to give it a later.
Yeah, so I had the same problem after watching this. Was as a car guy, I did enjoy it a lot, and seeing those cars on the big screen was kind of cool, and seeing all that stuff. You know, it's definitely like interesting, you know, to see if you're a car guy, if you're a Gran Turismo fan, I guess if you're a David Harbour fan, then go see this in theater. But for the most part, I think this is going to be a later, and I think this is going to be most enjoyable at home. Mm-hmm. Put your surround sound on, chill out on your couch, and just throw this on like on a Friday night. I think you'll have a better time than go to the theater.
Mm-hmm.
But again, like you said, Brian, like I really enjoyed this movie. It was a lot of fun. I might buy this movie when it comes out.
So it's already on pre-sale.
Oh,
I saw it on Amazon already.
Yeah,
and I was like,
so
man,
it's that, you know, I'm not a crazy physical media collector. I buy the movies I like, you know, and I don't buy every single movie that they make. And this one I definitely liked enough where I will buy this on 4K and definitely like watch this at home. Like it was that good for me. So. And then one last thing with the Rotten Tomatoes score. So we got the critics 177 reviews from the critics, gave it a 61, which is technically still good, but that's definitely on the lower end than I expected from the critics. But the audience, holy shit, from the audience, 1,000+ verified, 98% from the audience. So the audience love this. And again, that's who I think went to go see this movie. was people who love racing, people who love cars, people who love the video game. You know, they're gonna go out there and they're gonna love the movie because it has everything that they like. You know, and yeah, so 98% was like, damn, that's that's super super high. I mean, I liked it. I don't know if I liked it that much, like a 98.
Yeah, I'm probably would be like if I was doing my own tomato meter, it'd be like 80. 78.
I probably like 85 for me.
It'd be a B minus for me.
Yeah.
So that's at 80. That's 80. B minus. Be 80.
I'd give it a solid B.
Yeah. So, but yeah, 98 when I saw that, oh,
someone
high.
loved it, but that's because you get all the fans of the genre watching that type of movie, so it makes sense.
Yep. And then See For Yourself said it is a B for me as well, so he's giving it somewhere in that 80%ish. But would you so Ken, would you say see it now, or probably people can wait till it comes out at home and check it out at home?
Because it felt like it'd be a great. It'd be one of those movies that if they came out on Netflix, I'd be like, oh man, that should have been in the movie theater. You know, like a top tier Netflix movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but is it like a top movie that I have to go see?
I mean, I definitely agree with what Brandon said, where it's a movie I didn't expect to be too
as good as it was,
and it was really good. You know, but same thing with Ford versus Ferrari. Like I was kind of like, okay, it's got really great actors. Well, let's see what it's about. And I wind up loving that movie as well. You know,
I love Ford versus Ferrari.
So even my girlfriend, who doesn't really care about cars, really liked that movie just because they make you like cars. You know, and they make you like, oh yeah, maybe I do want to drive a Shelby Cobra. I'm like, yeah, you do. It's like, who doesn't?
Kind of wanted to see Christian Bale win the Oscar for that.
That would have been pretty awesome. So See For Yourself said it'll say see it now just to see the races on the big screen, which would be cool, super cool.
But I thought the races would be cool, like even on my flat screen.
Yeah,
you know, at home. But you do need surround sound because you want to feel what's going on.
Get that when they get those cars going, driving around the track. But cool. Anything else that you guys might have missed that you want to bring up now?
No, it's just a good movie. Good feeling, solid movie.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right. So there it is. There is our review, full spoilers, everything like that of Gran Turismo. I don't know. Can you spoil a true story? Like you can literally read a book or something. I'm sure that he wrote a book. But that's our review for Gran Turismo based on a true story. So leave a comment. Let us know what you think about it down below. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Somewhere in between. And where would you rate it? A now, later, never. Let us know. So if you're watching on replay, appreciate you guys. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that bell notification so you know when we go live, and you too can be part of the show with your reviews live. If you're watching on live with us, stick around because we are going to move on to our next topic. Yeah, this I really do.
Yeah. It's definitely one of the movies. I think I ranked it pretty high too on my Letterboxd. Because I enjoyed it. Like I enjoyed the movie. The movie was a good one. You know, I just don't know if it's movie theater necessary.
Where's it ranked on mine? Also, hey, anybody in chat, if you have a letterbox, put it in chat right now, man. Let's share some letterboxes. Mine is just Tank Kramer, nice and easy. What's yours, Brian?
Brian Waller.
Is that just okay? I know, Brandon. Did you start working on one yet, or not really?
Yeah, I'm actually pulling it up right now.
Nice.
I
think I gotta add but I put Gran Turismo my number 20 for me.
I have it at 17.
Yeah. Which I am at 44 movies for the year. I am so close to hitting that 50.
Yeah. It says 46, but 2 of those movies were 2022. So I'm at probably 44 with you.
So see for yourself.
And Sparks is my letterbox.
Yeah, my
Wait, what is number 44? That's a good question.
On my list, it is Sick.
Sick is mine too. It's mine too.
It was so bad. It was so bad. It was so stupid. It was not a good scary movie. I was borderline yelling at the TV at one point.
Mm-hmm.
So bad.
That's so funny. Because so only two I have left lower than that because I have two more movies than you do is White Man Can't Jump and Mummies.
The newer version of White Man Can't Jump?
Yeah, the new one.
That's worse than Sick?
Yeah, it was. I couldn't even watch it, man. I just couldn't even watch it.
Because that is on my watch list. But
White Man Can't Jump.
Yeah.
Jack Harlow. I was like, dude. Yeah, too bad. Well, all right, whatever. It just didn't make sense. But Mummies, I think I told you about that Mummies movie. I was like, this is so bad. Like, if Chillmonger saw this movie, it will be over.
Okay, came on here. That follow button. So we got Ken Kramer, Brian the Grizzly, Ken Sparks.
It said I laughed one time during White Man Can't Jump, and it was an internal laugh.
What's that mean? It's just like
like no voice, no sound.
Yeah. So yeah, anybody on Letterboxd, man, check us out. I need to change our description down below to put our Letterboxd information.
We need to change our what you call it, our banner.
I know. I did want to talk to Martin about something like that, so hopefully we get a new banner before the NFL season starts. Yeah. But I got a few more movies I need to watch. Nimona, I think that Netflix cartoon one. I want to check that out still. I heard that's so good. Air, I haven't watched yet. I want to watch Air.
That was pretty
good.
Yeah.
So there's some other ones I want to watch for the year. And hopefully I when I get some more time, I want to start making more lists on Letterboxd. It is a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna start making lists. I'm actually pulling that up now.
Yeah, I don't even have you. What's your name on Letterboxd?
Peepsicle.
You asked.
With my last name being Peoples.
Is that Peepsicle or Peepsicles?
Peepsicle. Peep, and then I put two S's. ICLE.
PEEPSSICLE. LE. No K?
No K. Peepsicle.
Yep.
Like popsicle.
Yep.
Yeah. Interview with the Vampire season 1 will be on Max this September. Ooh. Horror Geek said that. That might be.
That's very cool.
Get in front of more people.
And more people will enjoy it. And now season 2 takes off, which I don't expect to see season 2 till what, early next year?
Probably. They've been keeping quiet on that one.
I thought they said February, but now this whole strike has kind of pushed everything weird.
Yeah. I think they're almost, I forgot we were talking about it, but I think they said they're almost done filming, but they're right at the edge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I said Nimona is good. Yeah. Ken said, I've seen a lot less movies this year than previous years. 31, Renfield, 32, Infinity Pool, 33, Beau's Afraid. Wait, your bottom movie is Beau's Afraid? Wow.
You know, I watched Beau's Afraid, and I didn't.
I didn't like it at first, but I wind up liking it more the more I talked about it. The more I talked to different people about it, like I talked about Zach Attacks about it, talked to my sister, and her boyfriend about it, and the more I talked about it, the more I wind up thinking about it, and the more I enjoyed it on watching it again. Because at first I did not like it. I'm like, what? This is crazy. All this is like bonkers. But then I started watching other reviewers talk about it and stuff like that. I'm like, okay. And then
it's not for me. I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely a very weird movie. My favorite.
Yeah, I don't think it was my cup of tea.
No,
Mhm.
One Piece is in 3 days. Oh,
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
nice. Now we got another show we got to talk about then. My favorite thing is, so you know the part where he's trying to go from across the street, from the convenience store because he needs I forgot what he needed, and then he need water, and he's going back to his apartment, and there's just madness in the streets.
Yeah.
Or even when he's trying to go home, like from a different scene, there's just complete craziness in the streets. So one of the reviewers I watched said that's how Fox News describes like Chicago. Like whenever like they describe Chicago, that's like the picture they want you to envision. That is just like people killing each other in the streets and everything's madness, cars on fire, graffiti everywhere. Like you're afraid to leave your home. It's like that's hilarious because it's like
So Chicago is Gotham City. I got it without Batman.
Without Batman. But it's like, but like that, because I'm like, that's so perfect because that's what it was. Just it's a never ending madness on the street, and even that like made it interesting because it was like, is that in his head, or is that how the world really is? And the whole movie is like that. It's like what's in his head,
Exactly
and
that.
what's reality,
But
you know.
And that's why I didn't enjoy it. I was like, dude, it's just like a lot of stuff going on with no explanation about what's happening, and then it's just like, all right, over.
Yeah, and the way it ends is
what?
the way it ends is crazy. Because even the way it ends, I'm like, okay, and next, and now,
yeah, it's like,
yeah, and it just ended. I'm like, okay,
game over. What?
Yeah, I think I remember telling you guys about it. I'm like, I'm watching this. I'm like, what is this movie? And Zach is like, just wait. So, but yeah, it was crazy. Elle said they said 24. What you saying?
So
just saw a thing for it.
I know Interview with the Vampire. The show will be from September 1st to October 31st. We are going to get expected to come in 2024, but right now we don't know when.
Mm-hmm.
You know, yeah, I think it's gonna be like early. But they like I said, they might push it back.
It was supposed to be early 2024, but now we don't know.
Yeah,
it just says New Coven coming in 2024 now. That's it.
I hope they make a Vampire Chronicles universe on AMC. I'll watch it all.
They are. If this season knocks out of the park, which I assume it will, because the trailer was pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
If this season knocks out of the park, that's 2 for 2, and I think they're gonna like sign everyone to long contracts, make 5 more seasons right off the bat, like have everything planned out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think
I'd be so pumped if they do. Oh, I'm sorry, Brian. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry.
You know, I will only want to do one more season of Interview with a Vampire, and then I would like to do like some prequels. Like I would like to.
They need to do the Vampire Lestat. We need to do
Queen of the Dam.
We need to see this from
I don't
Lestat's
think Queen of the.
point of view.
I don't know Queen of the Dam is going to be for me, but if that's the 5th one, that's fine. But the Vampire Lestat is going to be huge. And then what's the other one? The Armand. You know, we could do a backstory of Armand.
Yeah, they could do like Tale of the Body Thief. They could do I'll watch as much as they want to make. But I really hope they do Vampire Lestat. I want to see it set in the 80s like the books, with Lestat being the front man in a glam rock band. I think that would just be so great to see. Why not? Why not?
Yeah, I can see them doing that.
I don't think they're going to do it because I don't think the timing is going to match. Because like this, so this show is going to be set into like the late 70s.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think it's going to match with what's going on, with Lestat. Because I think Lestat's going to end up being in this one towards the end.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this one is kind of still the same time frame as the first
set in 1976.
Mm-hmm.
Was that when the first one was set in? I thought it was
no, it was like early 1900s.
Yeah, no, like season 1 wasn't that early 1900s too?
Yeah, early 1900s. Like, think about it. Yeah,
because now it's them just going to.
They're 70 years
Europe.
late. It's 70 years older. 70 years older.
But not this season.
They were in
Europe.
but they were in New Orleans for a long time. for like 70 years.
I don't think that long.
I
That didn't look
think
like, because there's that flashback of when they meet the writer guy meets Louis in the bar, and that's when you find out
that's what the
it's
first
Mom.
tells about the story.
Yeah, and that was like, that felt more 70s. But then that was the only scene that felt like in the 70s, because he had like crazy hairs and
But
all that shit.
yeah, but he's 2024. That was 30 years ago. So that's like 1996 or 1994.
What do you mean?
So like, because it's 2024. You know, if it's 30 years ago, because he was young, he was 30 years prior, and that'd be like at the late, it'll be the late 80s at the latest. I mean, at the earliest. Like,
No, if he was a young man, if he was like 20 when he was like, if he was like 20 in the 70s,
he was already
like
an established writer, so he had to be probably what 23, 24, 25. So 25, and then he's, you know,
I don't know. So he's like 50, which makes sense. Like 50, 60.
Which means that would be the 90s, the late 90s. And if he was 60, it'd be like
I'm not following your math. Because if he was in the
2023, so if it comes out 2024, that's 24 years. So 24 plus that, if he's 25, it's 49. You know, and so like if he's 50, it happened in like 1999. And then, you know, and then if he's 60, 1989. For it to be in the 70s, he's 70 years old. And he's not 70 years old. I think he's 50, in between his 50s and 60s.
So why can't Lestat be a rock star in the 80s again?
Yeah,
I think that he's going to be there in Europe towards the end of the thing, and that's why I think that the end of this one little run will take place in the 80s. So I don't know if he's going to have time to be there and be there at the same time. But it could last longer, because the first series was a long time. Like, so, you know, like from Plantation to them kicking him out in like the 60s. So like it could be like a long time. So I don't know. Maybe. Maybe.
Yeah. Or they could do a time jump to the 90s.
I can see 90s. I can see that. But then will they know who Lestat? I don't know.
We got to see Lestat's side of the story.
So this is Interview with the Vampire season 2 plot. The AMC adaptation seen some adjustments from the original source material. Blah, 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 blah. The late 18th century and early 19th century, and then into the early 20th century.
Yeah. So Louis, the first part, it was 1910 in New Orleans.
Yeah, and then they traveled to Paris in 1930. So season 2, Louis and Claudia journey to Europe, destroying their maker Lestat. They travel to the 1930s Paris.
In 1936.
To meet Armand and the troop. Yeah, so they still got time to build up.
More than enough time to do it, yeah.
Yeah. You know, because I don't see, if you never watched or don't know what's gonna happen to Claudia, I don't want to like ruin any like cool stuff.
You don't want to talk about that right now.
You know, but there's still a lot of story that they're gonna get into before they can get into another book. But I can definitely see them getting into the Vampire Lestat, Queen of the Dam, the Vampire Armand. You know that. Yeah. Especially if this season does well. Yeah, they're going at least 4 more seasons, which would be a total of 5 or 6 seasons. I can definitely see that. Because what's the other one? Mayfair Witches didn't do it. I think they were expecting like a whole universe thing, and that didn't quite work out.
Blame one person only. I mean, she's beautiful.
Yeah. It's like, so is somebody like mouth her, like pretend to be your mouth, like do Rick acting, or do like the Conan O'Brien where it's like the cutout
with the mouth,
like else's mouth. Because she already got the eye thing set. You know, she does the big old eyes all the time. All right, let me see. Is there any trailers I pulled up a couple. So yeah, so anybody else on Letterboxd? So we got Pete Sickle and Brian Waller and then Tim Kramer. And I think if once you find one of us, you find all of us. So
Yeah.
Go under the network area. But oh yeah, and then Ken Sparks too. Follow Ken Sparks.
The Horror Geek says, I hope it finds a big audience on Max. The show deserves all the success it could get.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then Chill saying the Rebel Moon teaser, but we already
did that, right?
We already did
not
it.
going to do that again.
Yeah, we're not going to touch that again because we are getting a shit ton of hate.
That was so funny. All Brandman's fault.
Because I think they just heard Brandon's like, I don't like Zack Snyder, and they're just like, fuck you guys. You guys like, you didn't even finish the video.
Pull that man's cock out of your mouth.
Whoa. That had nothing to do with Spoiler Kings. That's all Brandman Brandon. That has nothing to do over here.
And you know what? It sure is.
Dude, he's not a bad director, so that's why
he's not a bad director, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna like gag on his balls.
Yeah, the fanboys are too much. He goes, sorry, I don't watch you guys like that. Yeah, no worries. Because we did talk about like Zack Snyder saying he wanted to do to make a Gears of War movie, and we all think like that'll be super epic.
You know? I think he's a great director. I think that's right up his alley. So I'm all for it.
Yeah,
and I like some of the stuff he does. I just thought Batman vs Superman was terrible.
Yeah,
so
I like some of his stuff too. Like he's great with visuals and fight choreography, but he's only as good as the script he's shooting.
Yeah, I mean, but usually he does. And which is funny because in that video, I didn't even get a chance to say what I wanted to say because I was actually kind of excited about Rebel Moon. Like it looks so over the top, not goofy, but over the top, stylized, and it takes so much from all the other space opera kind of stuff. And I was like, okay, I'm down for it. I'm gonna check it out day one.
In all fairness, it could be entertaining. From like I said, from a visual standpoint, we all know that Snyder will bring it. One thing I do remember reading about him is like he said he grew up like reading a lot of heavy metal comics and stuff like that. So maybe this is him. I know this is a passion project for him. So maybe this will be his answer to heavy metal, which could be cool. It suits him.
Heavy metal was I loved it. Also, I should not have watched heavy metal when I watched it because Jesus Christ, like
same.
And but my mom loved it a lot, so I went up watching it way too early, and but I loved heavy metal. I still love heavy metal. I didn't quite like the sequel as much, but
Heavy Metal 2000.
Yeah, 2000. Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, the 2000s. Everything was like getting a sequel, or like everything was 2000ized, and like it was an interesting time.
Yeah. The animation for heavy metal was, oh man, I love that style of animation. It was so cool. It was they'll never do animation like that ever again. That
I know
old 80s animation.
Sometimes I just be thinking about the early 2000s from time to time. But no, the 80s, like the original heavy metal. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have watched it at the age I watched it either. I think like one of my cousins let me watch it with them.
Yeah, like, you're barely finding out about boobs, and then you get animated boobs. So you're like, what? Yeah,
ruined it for forever for me.
Yeah, but yeah, Rebel Moon, we already watched it, so you can go in and join in on the hate. But yeah, I'm kind of excited about it.
I'm interested. I'm interested. For all I know, it could be solid. I know he's been working on this for a good minute.
I think it will be solid.
Yeah, I'll always watch a director's passion project.
So, my biggest thing with the Rebel Moon is he already said there's a director's cut, so he's already adding another hour per movie. Each movie he said is about 2 hours. So after the director's cut, it's going to be about a 6-hour movie. because it's only part 1, part 2. Like they're the same movie cut in half. You know, kind of. You know, from what I read, somebody said like Kill Bill. You know, Kill Bill is one movie that just got cut in half, but also it got cut in half in the perfect spot. But 6 hours, and I'm like, at that point, give me 10 1-hour episodes. You know, and get that 10 hours. You know, I think that would be more interesting. You know, so.
Well, yeah. Well, that's always Snyder's like trademark, you know, a director's cut, an extended cut, because I think there were like several different cuts of Watchmen, if I remember correctly. So,
I think I like 2 of them.
Yeah, he said he wants to like do an extended cut of Sucker Punch, which I'm kind of, I don't know. I don't think there's really any saving Sucker Punch, but with an extended cut, but. You know, we'll see. I'd have to watch.
I like what he's thinking though. What he's trying to say is that as a director, we have to cut things on a movie that we don't necessarily want to cut, and that if you let us just do what we're going to do, what we want to do, then you'll have a more enjoyable experience at the movie theater. And I think that's kind of what he's trying to get at. You know, we have to cut because of budget, because of the game that we have to play with studios and all that stuff. But if you just let us do what we're going to do, you have a more enjoyable experience, and you won't care about the timing.
I disagree with the timing, because like you're not going to get a lot of people. They're like, hey, this is a 4.5-hour movie. They're like, okay, yeah, I'll wait till it comes out at home. You know, and it could be a great movie.
Even then, I'm not watching 4.5 hours.
Well, you can watch it at home because I can cut up into 3 sections. You know what I mean? Like I don't need to watch it all at once. You know. So, you know, yeah. I mean, ain't no one gonna watch. I mean, 3 hours is already pushing it, and I mean, when you get a 3-hour movie, you're like, "What the hell, Avatar?" Like, I get it. Like, you're Fern Gully, you know. That looks great, you know. But yeah, you know, I guess like already a 4-hour movie is crazy, and then add another hour per, you know, 6 hours. You know, like. And I'm not saying that's bad, like it's going to be a bad movie, but I'm just saying that's a lot. That is a lot of film.
I don't mind movies being cut up.
But if it was episodes, I think that would be better because you get more time to interact with everybody and stuff like that. Five Nights at Freddy's is not 3 hours. Stop it. See for yourself. That's how I feel about Five Nights at Freddy being 3 hours. It does.
I read that article somewhere.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, really? It was rumored to be like 3 hours long, which I'm like, that's like, you know, give me a Five Nights at Freddy's movie that's like 90 minutes and I'm good.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, more power to you if you're gonna squeeze 3 hours out of Five Nights at Freddy's.
I don't know if you're gonna get 3 hours out of me.
Yeah.
Hey, well, you know, did we hear about that John Cena movie Freelance?
Yeah, the one from the director of Taken.
Yeah.
With Alison Brie, yeah.
Is there a trailer out?
There's a trailer.
Corgi said his Dawn of the Dead movie was fun. His Dawn of the Dead movie was super fun. Also, it was written by James Gunn.
James Gunn, yeah. I like Dawn of the Dead. Good. Yeah, I like Dawn of the Dead. You know, I like Dawn of the Dead. I love 300. I loved Watchmen. And then I think after that, Snyder kind of started to...
I didn't hate his movies in Marvel. I mean, with DC. I didn't hate his DC movies at all. I hated Batman vs. Superman.
Yeah.
And I didn't mind the Snyder cut. I think that his involvement in Wonder Woman was good. You know, like the stuff that he did was smart in a lot of those things. So that's why I'm not a big hater of it. There's some other things I just really, you know, Man of Steel is a good movie. Just they should have done more with it.
Yeah, I thought Man of Steel was decent. I didn't really like Batman vs. Superman. I thought his obviously the Snyder cut of Justice League was way superior than the theatrical cut in pretty much every way. And it's a shame, you know, that he had to step down. And I blame Warner Brothers for bringing in Joss Whedon, and it was a mishmash of completely different tones, which killed the movie, which killed the theatrical cut. You know, so yeah, in hindsight, I'm happy Snyder got to finish his cut because it flowed a lot better and it aligned with his vision that came with everything that kind of came before it, which we kind of needed. The theatrical cut with like all the Whedonisms, as much as I like Joss Whedon usually, it was just too much of an abrupt shift. It didn't feel right. I think
it was a Zack Snyder film with the Joss Whedonisms, like you said. It was like, I'm like, wait,
it was too much. I always said it's too much too fast. That was my biggest problem with a lot of the Justice League. It just they tried to rush it, and it didn't need to be rushed.
Granted, I don't hate the theatrical cut, but I have to acknowledge it wasn't the greatest. The Snyder cut was
much superior.
Yeah, and I liked its ambition, like I've said in the past. As much theatrical.
I always say that about the Snyder cut, that it's kind of like doing being Monday morning quarterback. You see what didn't work, and then making it work. And as much as you say, "Oh no, this is what I was going to do all along," no one in their right mind would just ignore some of the stuff that they were saying. That's all it was. No one in their right mind was not. I'm not going to fix this. No, they're going to fix it. It just makes sense.
Yeah. So I definitely preferred that. I still watch the Snyder cut here and there every couple months in its entirety.
So See for Yourself says Batman vs Superman Ultimate Cut is a mixed bag, but way better than the theatrical cut.
I was gonna get into.
I don't like it.
I can't remember a whole lot about the about that cut. I remember not minding it. I just remembered a couple extended scenes, like a subplot with, I can't remember a whole lot about it.
I want to watch it again and look at it again, but I remember watching it a few times when it first came out, and I just didn't like that.
Yeah, I just hate the Batman vs Superman thought. So
even Man of Steel, I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. It was just like, okay,
no, it was just good. Wasn't it made me feel like it's maybe really too hard to make a Superman movie.
Yeah,
it piqued my interest to see what he's going to do with DC. That's all. That's what I say. Like, I didn't hate it, I didn't love it, but I'm like, okay, let's see where this goes. Like, that was
a good start. It's a good start.
I wouldn't say it was a good start. It was an interesting start.
Yeah, I remember thinking it was fine. I remember thinking it was fine. By the time it ended, I was like, I'm curious to see where they go with this. And then I think like a month later at Comic-Con that year, that's when they announced that that the sequel was going to have Batman. And I was like, oh, interesting. And then I think it was like a couple weeks after that they announced Ben Affleck as Batman.
Yeah,
I love Ben Affleck as Batman. The problem was Ben Affleck is so much bigger than everybody. So like Henry Cavill is a big dude, but Ben Affleck is a much bigger dude. Like, like you look good as Superman until Batman stands next to you and he towers over you like a Greek god. Like it just doesn't fit.
Yeah, I liked. Well, Affleck was my favorite thing about Batman vs Superman. He was easily my favorite thing about it.
I don't not like you.
Yeah. The casting was great. I'll give you that. Even Gal Gadot, I was kind of like, I don't know, and then
it worked.
She worked out. She worked out. I think we saw her first in Batman vs Superman.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Horror Geek said he should just do a horror action film, which is what he's already done with Netflix, but he should do another one for theaters. Horror action.
I mean,
like zombies.
Yeah, like what he did with
See for Yourself says,
real quick, I think Zack Snyder was it him that was supposed to be in talks to do what's that video game zombie movie? Zombie Island.
Left 4 Dead?
No, it's the one where you're stuck in a mall or something. Oh no.
House of the Dead? No, not House of the Dead. I'm sorry.
No, it's like you're stuck in a mall or something like that. I forgot what it was. But he was in talks to do something like that, like a zombie video game that would be a movie, which would be, I think it would be cool.
I could believe him doing that.
Oh. But go ahead. All right.
He said, no, he said, Steven says, I didn't like the theatrical cut of Justice League either. Was it better? No doubt, but it was way too long. The women on the bench singing to Aquaman was like just a lot.
I say that every time. We don't need 5 minutes of her sniffing his like underwear and singing in the water. Like that was way
that was
too
a little
long.
too much.
Yeah, yeah. They could have removed that. We could have done without that.
Yeah. Steven says the theatrical cut of Batman vs Superman removed a lot of content, with Superman negatively impacting African country plot lines. Ben Affleck was terrific as Batman, though.
Mm-hmm. Really enjoyed him as Batman. Yeah.
And Chill says, I remember being mad they weren't using Bale and resetting.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was mad too. I thought that he should have used Bale. And then I realized Ben Affleck is a much better Batman, but he's so big. He makes everything look weird.
Yeah.
I didn't mind resetting. And also that first time I saw that picture straight from the Frank Miller comic where Batman or Bat Affleck, whatever, was like on the wall and the lightning striking. I was like, I'm like, okay, I'm in. Because then I'm like, okay, this is a different Batman. This is an older, angrier Batman.
And I get
bigger, stronger, believable that he could do some of the stuff that he does. Like you look at him, like he could pick a man up and put him sideways on the wall. Like, he has all that type of power. You know, not
they were going more for like a comic booky kind of more like a comic booky type Batman. So I knew they weren't going to go with Christian Bale, and when I heard that they weren't, that it was going to be a completely new Batman, I was fine with it. You know, the Nolan movies were very much in their own corner and like more just grounded takes, and I don't think Nolan ever intended or wanted it to be part of like a bigger, more fantastical universe. He just kind of wanted it to
do his
kind of be to be its own trilogy, which I was fine with. So, but yeah, I really
that would have been amazing to see. I would have enjoyed it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And then Horgeek asked, "You talking about Resident Evil Tank?"
No. It was something else. I can't remember. I know like James Gunn was also supposed to do the one where the cheerleader fought zombies.
Lollipop Chainsaw.
Yeah, he was supposed to do something like that for a while.
Well, he wrote the game.
Yeah, that's right. Shit. But he was supposed to make a movie of it too. But then there's another one where you're like you're in like a mall or something as a dude. I can't remember what it was. There's so many of those zombie games.
It's like Day of the Dead, Dawn of the Dead. I mean, there's so many.
Dead Rising. There you go.
Dead Rising. Okay.
I think I remember hearing that before, like a long time ago, but nothing came up.
It's so funny. Right before we got on the stream, I was watching The Dead Don't Die.
Did you?
Yeah. I was sitting there watching it right before it. Oh, as much as it's I mean, I know it's not good, but I just enjoyed it. So enjoyed it. Like
when it gets meta and self-aware, I was like, what are we doing?
When he had the keychain and he had the Star Wars the Star Wars keychain on.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I felt like it had so much potential and it was starting to do something great, and then it just took a hard right turn or left turn, whatever, and it became something that was it's like, oh, now it's just goofy. Now we're just being goofy with stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, such a waste. I had that damn song, man. That fucking song, the entire movie. Oh, this stupid like country song.
Bill Murray takes this. I can't do this anymore. Throws it out the window.
That was me. I was like, oh please, man. Oh please.
Oh, man.
Yeah, or the Dead Rising makes sense. So that's a very comedic game. I think it might. I don't know. Might do well. I know he doesn't really do well with comedy. So, but freaking Tony. Tony says I need that Darth Pootie Tang movie.
Oh man, I'm not ready.
Yeah. So I got a couple trailers. You want to watch one or two of them? So I got Leo, which is an animated movie on Netflix. I got It Lives Inside, which is a scary movie from Neon. Then I got that Freelance trailer with Allison Brie.
I think that may have been the one that I was thinking of earlier. It Lives Inside, because I saw a poster for that at the theater yesterday.
I was actually watching Zach on another guy's stream. I can't remember who it was right now.
It was Dragon.
Yeah. And he was saying It Lives Inside is one of the things that one of his not 11th most anticipated movie of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like,
it's from the producers of Get Out, which
Get Out. Yeah.
I love Get Out. You know.
Oh yeah.
Its lightsaber can be a belt handle.
Oh man, it'd be like a whip.
Yeah.
Pull the tang.
I don't know. You want to watch the scary one?
Yeah.
Then we'll watch the Freelance, and then we'll call it night.
Let me know when it's done.
Man, it's only a minute long. I think it's at the point.
All right, I'll allow it.
Let me that down. Bring up the audio. They said It Lives Inside seems like a
movie for him.
If it's anything like Get Out, then I'm sold.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was gonna be like another A24 type of movie, but we'll see. Yeah.
Cool. All right, welcome to the Spoiler Kings. My name is St. Curry, and we're Brandman Brandon, Brian the Grizzly, and we are going to check out a trailer. It's been a little while since we watched a trailer. We're going to watch It Lives Inside, official trailer number 2. I haven't seen anything about this one. I don't know if you guys have or not.
Only the poster in the theater.
Yeah, same. And Brian, yep, there you go. That'd be Brian. Brian is gonna kind of watch for all.
I'll watch it a little bit. But if I start running, y'all better start running too. Let's go.
You can do it.
Right, yeah, you can do it. Great. Get your safety blanket. That's what we need to save. Send them a safety blanket every time we watch a scary movie. Grab it.
No, I'm telling you, when you use my thing, when I look at the corner of the screen, pretend like I'm not scared or phased.
Thinking about like something else.
Exactly.
All right, let's watch It Lives Inside trailer. Let me know you guys can hear it.
I can hear
it. Tamara, what's going on with you?
All the stories we heard growing up, they're all true. It lives inside. Don't you hear it?
What is the Pishash, Mom? The Pishash doesn't kill you right away. It feeds on you slowly. When it's ready, it eats your soul. What do? We must make an offering.
Boom. Dio Shanti. Only you, Shanti. Only you, Shanti. Shanti.
Nope.
Oh,
nope.
That looks pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Nope.
Might have to check that one out.
Yeah.
That one looks good.
Yeah. I'm in.
Nope. Never again. I will never even watch that trailer again. Like literally, the mother and then the bones and crack it back. Nah, I'm good. I'm good.
I'm in.
Yeah,
I'm gonna check it out.
I mean that looks good.
Mhm.
Right before October. When was it? The end of September 22nd,
End of September, yeah.
which gives it a nice little run throughout the Halloween month. So
Mhm.
that looks good, man. That looks really
Yeah.
good. Like,
And it's just in time. It's just in time for Halloween season. That's a big sell for me.
Mm-hmm.
Cultural scary things, the boogeyman for a cultural, like it seemed like a, I don't know if it was Indian or Pakistani, whatever culture.
Mhm.
Said the name and all that stuff. I was like, all right, I don't do those type things. Once again,
Mhm.
I can't beat that up. I'd rather watch. I'll deal with a bear. I'm not dealing with The Exorcist. I'm good. Put me in put me in the lion's den. Don't put I believe in Joshua. Like don't put me in a deal with
put you in a lion's den with ghosts.
no.
Ghost lions. Ghost
Done.
lions. Horgy said nice, we need more cultural horror. I agree. Like Uma was pretty good. I think that was really good. This seems I'm not sure what religion it was. Yeah, it doesn't really say. And this is a mythological demonic
Yeah, but
spirit.
definitely either Indian or
Mhm.
Pakistani or something
Yeah.
like that. That type of cultural thing.
Yeah.
I'd rather see like the Baba Yaga.
Boogeyman. As what Tony said, he goes, it looks like Boogeyman did the fusion dance with Insidious.
My Baba Yaga is Keanu Reeves, so
Oh, yeah, that looked pretty good.
dude, that was awful. I was like,
Even
what?
the beginning when her hair's like floating back. I
Yeah.
was like, oh, that's
Oh, crap.
Man, our friendship would have ended if you come in the locker room holding that little jar coming towards me, that mason jar. Why are you bringing it to me, bro? We're supposed to be friends. You can't just go yourself. You gotta bring me along with you. Like, hey, man, that's messed up. Hey, they got me, Brian. They got us. Like, you gonna tell the ghost I'm out here too? How about you just let yourself go? Like, no, man, I'm gonna be looking in the closet all the rest of the night now. Look at this. This is crazy. You know what?
you can never be on swings anymore. This like part looks crazy. I mean, this looks like it's gonna be a pretty good scary movie.
Like that looks like it was written in blood. I don't need a book that's written in blood. I don't need that in my life. I've seen it in Supernatural. That's as far as I need.
That's it.
Give me Sam and Dean. I'm all right.
Give you the little cresty thing. Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited. It didn't really show too much besides like it looks good and scary. I get why it's on Zach's like most anticipated for the rest of the year, or something like that.
Yeah, it's right up his alley.
Yeah.
We're definitely gonna do this. We're definitely gonna watch it. Well,
Y'all gonna watch
me and
it.
Brandon are. Brian's like, I'm gonna have dinner.
Exactly.
Definitely down. Definitely down.
Yeah. So
I wouldn't be down unless you take me to a chair and held my eyelids open. Even then, I'm
Even
looking at the
then,
top of the screen still.
you train your eyelids for years just for this.
I've been practicing it for a long time.
Yeah. Tony said, first of all, get that jar of nasty ass out of my face. Like,
like what is wrong with you? You bringing that jar? I couldn't believe it. I was like, we're supposed to be friends, and you bring it to me?
Yeah.
Nah, man, we
in a locker.
In a locker by ourselves. First of all, I don't like being in a locker room by myself anyway. So and now you can come up with a jar? Nah, that could be pig blood, that could be carry blood. I don't need that in my life. I'm good.
Blood. And then Jorge said the Baba Yaga eats children. Yep, it's Slavic mythology. Yep. That's why they call John Wick.
I will fight the boogeyman. I ain't scared no boogeyman.
It's not this boogeyman. All right. But cool. Yeah, at least two of us are excited about this one. But leave a comment down below if you're watching on replay. Let us know what you think about It Lives Inside. Most of us, 2/3 of us, are pretty excited about it. Let us know what you think about it. Are you excited, or I don't know. Or you just kind of like over scary movies for
You
this
couldn't
year?
pay me enough. You could.
This is coming just in time for Halloween season.
Yeah.
I don't see how you could be sick of them at this point in time.
And this year
This time
has
of the year.
been banger scary movies. Like the horror films that came out this year, all been pretty dang great.
I'll stick with Haunted
this looks
Mansion.
like there you go. That's the max scary
That's
that
where
Brian's willing to go.
That's where I live.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But cool. Yeah, leave a comment, let us know, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and hit that bell notification so you know when we go live every Monday and Thursday talking about movies, TV, trailers, and all that good Hollywood news. But appreciate all you guys for watching live. Stick around. We got one more thing we're gonna finish up with. And, yeah. Except Brian's so big, he's too thirsty.
Yeah, you got nothing to be afraid of, man.
Yeah, right.
If I can fight it, that's okay. I'm okay with fighting. Like if hand in hand, if you're using these, we good. But once you start things zipping around and using magic and all that stuff, and ghosts and stuff, nah, man.
Do you know that feeling?
I was like, I don't know. Something was happening. I was like, uh-oh. I was about to get my salt out.
Oh yeah, that's right. You can hear it. So Horror Geeks said, "Talk to me, heart." Zach Tech sent me the collector's edition of Talk to Me, where it comes with like the hand, but it's all blank. And like we were saying, like, how cool would it be to send it to like all the other YouTubers and have them like sign in and have it come back? So like that would be kind of cool.
If
But I
you
was like,
send it to me, I'm burning the F out of it. Then you know.
like now I got to move again.
Exactly. Well, hey, I'm moving anyway. I'm closing on the house next month.
That's why the more I thought about it, the more I'm like, I really don't want that hand, even if it's a fake one. I don't want it in my house. I'm good.
You might be good, but you got to think about Lucas.
That's why I don't want it in the house.
Yeah, I don't need that in my life. We'll send the brand man. You keep that in your house. I'll be too afraid to even see it in your picture right now.
Attach it to the wall, just hangs off to the side. Got keys hanging on it.
Oh man, that's funny.
Yeah. But yeah, check that out. I forgot where you sent it to me. I forgot what website. But just look it up. Like you can get the hand, which is cool. And it's like a legit copy from the. But yeah, talking to me was awesome.
If it ain't thing, I don't need a hand.
Just cut off after the wrist. Anything after the wrist.
Sorry.
All right, let's watch this last one, and then, or do you guys want to watch it, or do you want to call it night? It's already midnight.
Let's watch it quickly.
Let's watch it real quick.
All right. All right. Welcome to the Spoiler Kings. My name is Jake Coyne. We're with Brandman Brandon, Brian the Grizzly, and we're going to check out a new movie trailer called Freelance with John Cena, Alison Brie, Juan Pablo Raba. Sorry. But yeah, I've never even seen about this. I think Brian brought it up. They're like, hey, about that John Cena movie. I was like, wait, what?
Which is like, how many people ever said that?
It has Alison Brie, so I'm like, okay, maybe. But it's called Freelance. But yeah, let's check it out. It's an action comedy. Let's check it out. And
I mean, it's John Cena. Of course, it's an action comedy, isn't it? Like,
right. If it's not over the top action, then, or if it's not unintentional comedy, then it's actual comedy.
Exactly.
All right, let's take this one out.
Do you know that feeling when you're doing exactly what you were put on the earth to do?
Yep.
The one where it's like everything inside you is moving together in harmony with the universe. Me neither. But, one can hope, right? Wave to mommy, because she'll hate me even more than she already does if you don't.
I seem to recall you saying that becoming a lawyer would only crush your soul.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, it has.
I'm running a business, and right now
Yes.
that business is getting a journalist and an out of Paldonia. It's a one-off.
No, and no. Who's a journalist?
I have resigned my position here.
Not interested.
20 grand says you are.
20 grand is such a little amount of money.
Yeah.
We must take a selfie. You approve?
Great.
Vámonos!
UN security detail happened. He's a hero.
I'm with the president of a country in the middle of a coup. This is the scoop of a lifetime.
You gotta be alive to have the scoop for a lifetime. We never should have come. Let's go.
You can't just leave him.
Run! Run!
Ready to go, I don't know how to stop. When you start at the bottom, only way to go is up.
I'm just doing my job.
Do you need help?
I get up again, then I got to win. I get up again, then I got to win.
What? Still excited to cover a coup?
Less and less, honestly.
Where is Venegas?
Here is Venegas! Hey, not the time for coaching, man!
Oh, my God.
Oh, color me impressed, Mr. Petit. Not petit at all.
What? Oh my
Tell me you got that! Run!
god. Oh my god.
All right.
It looks harmless. It looks very John Cena.
Yeah. The director of Taken, I was like,
From the director of Taken, right?
yeah.
Like literally, I feel like he was like, he only he only kicks ass and chews bubble gum. He's all out of bubble gum. Like that's what it just seems like, that type of stupid movie.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh man, John Cena is something else. He like literally, he's a wrestler no matter what he's doing.
Yeah.
I think someone in the comments said he looks like Jacob. Like that's Jacob from Fast and Furious.
Yeah. Is that Jacob? Where's Dom? Wrong movie. Wrong action movie.
Instead of say freelancer, say family.
Yeah. Alison Brie's cute. Yeah, she's cute. She's who's she married to? Dave Franco. Yeah, Dave Franco. Funny.
I'm jealous.
Of Alison Brie or Dave Franco?
Dave Franco.
I thought you were saying yes.
No, it may not be something I like rush out to see in the theater, but it looks like a fun kind of action comedy. Kind of gave me some Romancing the Stone vibes in the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll watch it eventually.
Yeah. This is. Oh no, it said it's gonna be out in theaters. I was like, this seems like it might be a straight to DVD kind of thing.
It felt that way though, doesn't it? But doesn't all John Cena's do that?
Yeah, like that one, that one that just came out with him and Jackie Chan on Netflix a couple weeks ago.
What? I didn't even hear about that.
Yeah, I watched it.
Was it good? Was it worth watching?
Nothing mind blowing. It was a decent enough time waster. It wasn't anything really like it didn't. It's nothing that would like blow you away. It was fine. It was all right.
Check that one out. Chillmark says Cena better come out of wrestling retirement to promote this.
I just feel that you can't see me, but please come see this movie.
He'll come and I don't know, wrestle
The Rock.
Nah, get out of here, man.
Which movie do you come see?
Yeah,
exactly. Which movie you gonna come see?
Movie. Was it Jungle Cruise 2 or Freelance? Or Jumanji 4, 3, whatever number they're on?
Hey, those all make money.
Yeah, they do. They do. But yeah, it looks goofy. It looks funny. You know, I was kind of surprised to see Brie Larson or Alison Brie. I'm sorry, Alison Brie. I was like, really? Come on, you can do something better than this, right? I mean, unless it's a quick pay. I don't know.
Probably is a favor.
Right.
John Cena's like, I have this part of the movie. I really need someone who can carry it. She's like, it's the last time. No more favors, John. No more.
Tony said it perfectly. Tony said, I feel John Cena is taking movies that The Rock turns down.
I know that it sounds good, but The Rock literally makes $20 million per movie. So like The Rock is only doing big blockbuster movies. I don't think he probably turns out a lot of movies.
Yeah.
It does have that early Rock vibe. Now that he mentions it, I did kind of get some rundown vibes from the trailer.
I always feel like you
Yeah.
could take John Cena out and put Stone Cold Steve Austin in, and it'll always be the same exact movie. I always felt that way. You know, you could just replace him. Be the same guy. Except Stone Cold's cooler.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna go in theaters to see this October 6th.
Yeah, I don't really see myself seeing it in the picture myself seeing it in the theater.
Yeah, although I don't see it. I don't see it staying in theaters for very long either. So, you know, by the end of October, you might be able to watch it at home. So, but yeah, because I feel Tony said I feel The Rock and Jackie Chan would work better.
Yeah, because The Rock is a huge star now,
and he knows how to work better with people. I think in general, you know, like
as long as it's not Vin Diesel. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, that whole thing. But cool. I don't know. Anything else, guys?
Yeah, no.
Freelance.
It's about it on my end.
Yeah, you know, Horgy said, "Yeah, I'm not interested in it." So
throw a zombie in there, Horgy, be all about it.
Yeah, there you go. Throw a couple of those in there. All right. But cool. Yeah, I don't know. It looks like a fun, goofy movie. You know, I'll watch at home. You know, we'll see. But cool. Yeah, we want to hear from you guys. If you're watching on the replay, let us know what you think. Leave a comment down below. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Does it look goofy? Does it look funny? Are you a John Cena fan? So you're gonna support it either way. Are you Allison Brie fan? So you're gonna support it no matter what. But leave a comment. Let us know. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Also hit that bell notification so you can join us every Monday and Thursday. Talking TV, talking about movies, talking about Hollywood news and trailers, all that good stuff. But yeah, appreciate everybody hanging out with us. If you're watching live, stick around. We're gonna finish things up. Show. All right. I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anybody still watching, sorry, we're not bringing up the comments. For some reason, StreamYard is just not showing the comments in StreamYard. So we have to use YouTube Studio to see all the comments.
We'll figure it out tomorrow. Why is it doing it?
Yeah, I don't know why. So it is what it is. But yeah, appreciate everyone hanging out. Chill, Horror Geek, Tony come in. What we got? See for yourself. Go check out all those guys. You know, Chill. See for yourself. Check them out.
I always say Chill's the reason why we know so many people, because Chill's the one who introduced us to all of them and gave us the opportunity to jump on his Saturday show. So he always got it's always top of the mind for me. So I appreciate that always.
Yeah, super appreciate that. I know we gotta get Chill. Chill, are you a horror fan? I don't think I've ever seen you talk too much about like horror movies and stuff like that. Because in October, for October, we want to have a bunch of Halloween-ish scary movies coming out. So we'll probably start recording that sometime soon, which I want to talk to you guys later, but off
He said, hey, I appreciate you. Nope. There we go.
Nope. Like, nope. So, all right.
Neither am I.
Yeah.
Somehow I'll be here just like, yeah.
Then we got Elle from House of Nerd Show, so make sure you go check them out over there with Elle.
Yeah, Sergio.
Yep. Sergio also from House of Nerd Show. Big Ford Entertainment, so go check out Anzo. Xavier, Kevin Davis, Cookie Monster, of course, Movie Time Minute. Yep. Preston Review.
Yeah.
About it. Oh, Khalif's came in and said, "What's up, Cult Lords?" Also, some Chicago guys, check out Cult Lords. Also, they did a Slabs review, or not Slabs, but like a Slabs. Like they showed like some of their best like graded comics, and they had some awesome ones. They had a 300 signed by Frank Miller, which I was like, "What?" Yeah, I'll take that. So, they had some pretty awesome ones there.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, so go check out that one.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, they have some really good slabs. Perp Minded, of course. I know Perp will do some Halloween ones with us.
Oh yeah, you know that. I know that's gonna happen.
The View with Drew, Preston. Yep. Appreciate all you guys. Thank you.
You
But
take
we are
my
out.
spot, Perp.
This is a Perp, not the Grizzly.
Exactly.
Appreciate you guys. We are going to come back on Thursday talking about Ahsoka. The episode comes out in a couple hours.
Yeah. I almost want to do Wednesday just because how good it's gonna be.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We'll see. We'll see. But cool. That is it for us here. Appreciate all you guys. Now with the football season coming around, if you're into NFL, if you're into fantasy football, make sure you check out Dynasty Pylon. Link is in the description. We're on Dynasty Pylon. It's going to be on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Sundays, probably Thursdays. Like during the NFL season, Dynasty Pylon will be on almost every single day, helping you out with NFL and all that good stuff. So make sure you go check out Dynasty Pylon. Me and Brian are on there. We're going to be on the Tuesday show, probably most of the Sunday shows as well. Brian's on there Wednesdays too.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So make sure you check out Dynasty Pylon if you're into that kind of stuff. But yeah, we're trying to get.
Even if you're not, still check us out.
Yeah. That's it. But cool. Appreciate you guys. You guys got anything else?
Go to sleep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And go to bed.
Yeah. I have so many of these things I never get to play. And one I always forget.
Gator never been about that. Never been about playing no shit.
There you go. All right, let's get out of here. Appreciate you guys.
What?
Appreciate everyone.
You guys. It ends on that.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. We're out here.